Okay. Midwest F1 League is back on with Crash on the Friday. Now, as per usual, you guys have been used to GABA Guy taking control of the Friday Endurance Series, but it's been the finale, so they upped my pay a little bit and brought me out in here, and we'll see. I'm going to be working overtime. I'm in discussion with Pork Chops and how that's going to be handled, but just know that Crash will be compensated well for this final race here. But as I said before, 100% endurance series with GABA Guy in the booth. So, GABA, how's it going, my guy?
Oh, it's pretty good. I am pretty excited to get going here with this finale. This whole season's been insane, up and down, with pretty much a dominant lead from Jacko from the beginning, and then everyone below that has just been swapping back and forth.
Yeah, so I was kind of looking at the driver championship here, just trying to get myself into the swing of things, and it seems like Jacko has this thing locked up and then some. I mean, did he lock it up after the third race, it looks like? He's got a massive gap on forward.
Yeah, basically, I think he won the first 2 or 3 races in a row, and just since then, nobody's been able to come close to him.
Okay.
And yeah, everyone, because we've seen, I think 3 or 4 different people going through P2 and P3 in the driver's standings, and they've all been swapping around, and forward's just barely coming out on top right now with 69 points there. But
yeah, I mean, I've seen that the Constructors Championship still has some potential here. Alpine's currently leading the way, 14 points ahead of the Ferrari. With Grumpy Old Catman and Villeneuve makes up the Ferrari team, and the Alpines is Fuse Rogue and Elma Jacko. So both having 2 drivers in this race here this evening. And all drivers that finish get points as well. So mainly we need to see some sort of DNF from the Alpine at some point, and the Ferraris to have a good result for them to take home the Constructors' Championship. But I mean, it's there's a lot of storylines, I guess, left to be played into this final race here. Still for a battle of through the standings throughout, really, other than first place, like we said. Villeneuve said he's trying to pull home third place. Do you think that can happen here, especially with Jin in this lobby? It'll be tough.
Absolutely. I think it's possible for sure. I mean, especially these races, you got 50-some laps here tonight that you're going to have. So even with people spinning, I've seen all of these drivers make amazing comebacks. So it's pretty much can come down to the wire. Just like, I think it was our first race ever. I think Jacko clinched the win by about a couple thousandth of a second, but it's possible. Yeah, I think Villeneuve can wrap it up here as long as he has a good result, and I'm curious to see what everyone's pace is going to be on these first few laps, and we'll be able to get a good read on how everyone's feeling about tonight's track. But yeah, my money is on Bill's going to pull it home.
Well, I was going to get on board with DTR Dimsk for our first our hot lap here, but he seems to have gotten an early DNF in his qualifying session. So yeah. That's quite unfortunate. We'll get on board with him here. I think Fuse Rogue is the next one highest up. He's coming.
Yeah,
no, go right ahead.
Yeah, he's got coming into sector 2 right now. He's got a little bit of traffic ahead of him. I'm sure they'll get out of his way though, as per usual. Most of these guys have been pretty good about that. But I've been watching his laps since the start, and it seems like he's been pretty confident in his setup here, pushing the limits quite a bit.
Yeah, he definitely needs a big day here. It seems like Jacko is the consistent one of the 2 Alpine drivers, and that's quite unfortunate with a solid little crash curse there, spinning out. Well, I've got the old track map actually. Jeez, I didn't even notice that. So all my turns are going to be all over the place. So what was turn 14? I think it's like turn 10 now. Caught out Fuse Rogue, and he's going to have another chance to get around. So, are there going to be any drivers eliminated from Q1?
No, there shouldn't be actually.
Yeah.
I imagine everyone should get through.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, because qualifying has always tripped me up just a little bit.
Okay.
I feel like it's one thing that everyone never fully understands who gets eliminated, because it's the. Yeah, no, the bottom 5, so yeah, they should all still be there.
Does that mean that DTR Dimsk makes it through even though he DNF'd?
He might.
I
I don't know if you have to, I don't know if you have to set a actual lap time or not.
This is going to be a learning curve for us here then. We'll see what happens. Oh, that's so funny. Okay. So we've got a couple of times set here. Fuse Rogue winds up finishing his lap with a 138.3. Fairly off the pace, but I mean, no pressure to be eliminated, so that's all good. DTR No Jug currently still the fastest and with the only real competitive time with a 124.802. We're going to have a couple more times coming over here. Looks like we got a Ferrari as the first one, that being Villeneuve. Currently the man just ahead of Jin for third place in the Drivers' Championship, and he decides he doesn't really want to take that final turn properly and ends up still going second. But that should be beat.
Yes, absolutely. And I think we should also be keeping an eye on Meeb01 down there. He's still in the pits right now, but he's coming off of 2 wins previously in Brazil and Austria, so I'm expecting to see some fireworks from that side of the garage there from somebody he'll be running for.
Yeah, he's a quick driver. He's been around for quite some time. Oh, and
Not gravity.
And Lancey picking up a 5 plays grid penalty for running into the back of Not Gravity. Not Gravity was parked right in the middle of the track, and Lancey did not see him coming on the blind left-hander there, and that is really unfortunate way to pick up a 5 plays grid penalty.
Oh, and then Fuse Rogue just got taken out by Not Gravity as well.
Oh my god.
Nobody on the track there. That is unfortunate for Fuse Rogue.
So luckily for Jin though, Fuse was able to go off of the racing line, so at least Jin was able to get through that area, but yeah, that's really unfortunate. So 3 drivers gone here in Q1. Not even, oh my goodness. Yeah, I was just gonna say, not even 5 minutes into the session, and a fifth of the lobby is already out.
But I mean, they should all make it, or at least Fuse Rogue would make it through the next phase.
Yeah, it's always I mean, I don't know too much about a couple of these guys here, like Trix and Baba Yaga and Dimsk as well.
I don't think I've seen Trix race yet, but Baba Yaga, he's been bringing in the rear end of the field a little bit. He's kind of newer to sim racing, I believe, but he puts in some solid drives over the season so far, and he's made good progress, but hasn't seen anything too crazy from him yet.
I don't know if you caught that at the bottom of the screen there, but did you see who joined?
I did not.
It is the 3-time Division 1 champion himself, Scornsy.
Oh boy.
Yes. Now he'll just go right to the back of the grid, won't he?
Yes, I imagine so, yeah, since qualifying's already started.
Yeah. So he's in the session. He'll have some work to do, but a long race to get it done. Well, a long race in comparison to what we're used to.
Yes.
And has it been confirmed is 100% back for next season as well?
Yes, we are. If I'm remembering correctly, my timeline has been a little bit off the charts, but I believe we were, yes.
Okay, that's good. Well, I think this is no better time than now to take a nice pizza break, so you keep her going there.
Alright, pizza break. He needs a break for his pizza, but I mean, you don't need to eat when you can have Raise Energy, right? Like, you think I get paid to say this every week, but I do not get paid to sponsor Raise Energy, but they're pretty tasty. Just smashed another one earlier today, but GTR No Jug still on top of the 124.8 for his lap time. Slayer Eyes and Grumpy Old Catman are second and third currently, just being beat out by Trix there in third spot by Grumpy Man there. But seeing some pretty close times at the top of the board, and we got a few guys who have yet to go out on track to set laps. Not sure if they're going to be Strenzy there. He looks like he is going to be able to set a lap time, I believe. Then the other McLaren, see what he's got. Phoenix is out. looking to improve maybe, or just get some practice time in. He's on the intermediate tires. Not the fastest by any means. Trix is up by a tenth on his lap times. And then the sector 2 now, we'll see. Oh, looks like he's lost a bit of time there. Yeah, Grenzy is on an out lap now, so we'll just ride. See what he's going to be able to put out there for us. That pizza sounds absolutely launchy.
Sorry.
Not a whole lot going on track right now. Everyone's just winding down. I think they're all going to be retiring here in a minute. Yep, Guinness already retired. So he's pretty happy with his competitive lap time there. Frenzy's probably going to blow all these guys out of the water, at least by a bit. So it's a purple sector 1. Almost invalidates, but keeps it clean.
I don't know if you caught that, but Villeneuve improved up to 3rd place.
Oh, nice. There we go. That's going to be a good result for him. He's definitely going to want to see if he can keep himself up near the top there. As Grenzy sets a purple sector 2, coming into starting his 3rd sector now. I think he may be. There's no way that he's going to be able to pull that off. That'll be insane if he does. As you see, Forward also retires now, so we've got a few drivers choosing to retire, and a few who have just retired. Frenzy gets a little bit wide and invalidates his lap there. That is unfortunate for him. That was going to be a crazy lap there. That would have been pole right there, provisional pole right there. He went a little bit wide there on the end. Looks like he's going for it again, maybe. See, Ville's coming into the pits as well now. So Skrenzy is the only guy out on track at the moment. Might do a tight one corner there. Gets a nice rotation. Still has a lot of good traction. New tires after pushing them for a lap. I'm not sure how do you know what the tire deg is like around this track here?
No, not at all. Well, funny enough, I barely even play this game.
Really?
Oh yeah, no, it's hilarious. It's funny, I don't know what it is. I get my fix from doing the commentary. Ever since, yeah, the more commentary I do, the less I play.
You know, that's fair actually, because since I started commentating this series here, I have not been playing nearly as much as I used to.
Yeah, I mean,
Grenzy's gonna go across with a 125.0. What you were saying?
Yeah, still with extremely, like you said, an already used hot lap tire, and as well as he was sitting at about 40% when he initially started that hot lap on his ERS deployment. So I mean, come on, man.
Grenzy is, he's definitely a force to be reckoned with tonight, for sure.
Well, this is gonna be fun. I don't know how like in form Mebe is. If he is, then that'll be a fun battle. Cause
That will be.
yeah, because he is no slouch either.
I think Jacko is it Mebe Meeb? Do we know how to pronounce that one?
I've never heard either Mebe or
Alright.
Meeb.
I've been calling him Meeb, so I'm just gonna keep rolling with that.
Yeah.
But I think Meeb, Jacko, and Sperenzi are all gonna be having a good toss up tonight. Might see a little bit of something from Ginnett. Ginnett usually puts out a little bit of a show towards the beginning of the race.
See, now I call him Ginnett.
Is it? Is that what it is?
I don't know. I just say that because I like gin.
That's fair. You're a psychopath, but I respect it.
What? That's rude.
What can I say? I'm a whiskey guy myself, but
dude, gin is so good. I love gin, man. Meeb.
I've had some pretty good gin. I will say there's some stuff that I like out there, but it is usually the more high end, so I don't get it too often.
Well, do you just drink it straight on the rocks? Because I can drink G&Ts like until
Yeah, I usually do it on the rocks.
Okay, yeah, I just go straight G&T. I don't typically do on the rocks for gin. Even I don't even like that, and I love gin.
That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, like, I've probably tried like over 40 gins now. Not even gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah. And then my girlfriend and I, when we were at a dinner one night, I got her to test me on gins, and I got it right.
Nice.
$120, not too bad. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. One of my most proudest moments.
Yeah, I am barely of legal age to drink, so I don't know too much about the cultured world out there.
And you drink on the rocks, really? How did you not go through any sort of progression? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, okay, like legal age for you is 2 years after what legal age would be for me. So I've got a 2-year head. Well, I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I started. Don't get me wrong. We were definitely pounding, Nikolai when we were 15 out in the bonfire.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. No. Fair enough. So it seems like a mass majority of the session, wants to get it moved into Q2, but Trix is not having any of it. He's wanting just to put in laps.
Yeah, that is. It's usually how it goes. There's always one person still out on track, trying to improve their Q1 time. But normally Q2 will go by pretty quickly.
Okay, fair enough. So, yeah, but okay, back to the discussion. And so the funny thing was how I got into gin, because I was typically just like always beer. I didn't really like mixed drinks at all. I still don't. I don't like the spices from all the darker alcohol, the darker color that is, I guess. Like I'm fine with vodka, but like with rye and whiskey and rum, spiced rum, and white rum is just garbage.
Yeah, no, I don't do white rum. Oh, yeah, and Trix has a spin.
And that's going to get a big jeer from everyone in the paddock right now.
Absolutely.
As everyone was waiting. He's going to progress it even longer and come into the pit too.
Is he? Yep.
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, he's going to extend the session as much as he can as well.
No, they are not kind to those commentators in this 100% series.
Yeah, it seems so. Because you have to watch. It's gotten a little bit quicker, but before you had to, I believe, you had to watch like it entirely be brought into the garage and everything. Have you? Sorry, I got ADHD like hard. Have you played the new COD?
I have not. You see, I blew my whole. I was saving up for it, and then I had to buy a new TV because I finally got an official setup for my rig now, so I can get out of the living room. So I spent all my money on that instead.
Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, this is what the qualifying order is as stands right now. Oh, it looks like three drivers are eliminated. Yeah, the bottom three guys, they've got the not gravity, Dimsk, and Rogue, and those were all guys that DNF'd.
Yep. So they must have.
Maybe didn't even come. Meeb didn't even come out of the garage and he threw. Oh,
You know how to play it safe there.
yeah, I think he must know something there. He must know something. Yeah, but going back to the COD, I was distracted because of the paddock for the new for the F1 map that was like designed after Marina Bay.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Green Hornet, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. God, that was a good one. Tricks in chat, thank you. While you're here, shoot a follow, hey? I mean, what are you doing, man? But yeah, there was like supposedly controversy because they initially did design it behind the Marina Bay circuit, like 1-to-1 pretty much. But then there's like something along the lines of they didn't want like guns to be involved with F1. So now it's just like no-name branding for like throughout the entire map. It's kind of funny.
That's interesting. I mean, like, I don't blame them one bit for wanting that, but
yeah. Look at there you go. I talked him into it. Tricks followed.
Nice.
There we go.
That's what we love to see.
Okay, so now I think we're gonna get into a little bit of proper qualifying here.
I think absolutely. Hey, could you take over for just a quick moment for me? I gotta run and grab something real quick.
Yeah, no worries. So we got quite a few drivers getting out early here. We saw that some guys started with they put in times with the intermediates. I'm not sure if that was a glitch. I don't think it was because they were quite different off the times there. They might have been doing that so they didn't waste a compound coming into Q2. That makes sense. And if that's the case, then I'm smart for picking that up. Well, whatever. We won't brag too much here. What am I drinking tonight? No one is asking. Well, I'm drinking some nice wine. But I'm not really good with wine. As in, I don't taste any sort of the flavors. A lot of the white wines just taste the same to me. Maybe some are just like a little more than the other ones. But they all go down so freaking smooth. And just watch it, because if that's the case with you and wine, then it is very easy to get wine drunk. That can happen in a hot second. So just be wary out there. It is fun to get wine drunk, though, because you can get drunk real quick. And warming up his tires was Tricks, but a little bit of a spin. Sees him having to... Well, he warmed him up real good with the spin there. Grumpy Old Catman is going to be the first one. And Tricks gets the disqualification from going the wrong way in the end there. But we'll come around the circuit here on our first true onboard. This is turn 3 we're swinging through. Really extending the line is Grumpy Old Catman, nearly extending it a little bit too much. And I believe this is turn 5, what it is now, and he keeps it very tight and decides, no, that's it for me, not feeling it. So we're going to jump on the guy that was just behind him here, Slazer Eyes. Slazer Eyes is now coming down the long straight into turn 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe this is turn 6 off of the new track map here. I want to get a nice timing on that entry and through and try and round that corner as much as possible to get a good exit here through turn 7, 8. I don't know. Every track is so different on the way they count corners. I believe this is 8 here. And Slazer Eyes taking another long DRS straight into the big swooping left-hander. Nice looking hairpin that is. And we continue on here now into sector 3 where we get into the technical part of the circuit. Not many overtakes happen here, but they do if there are massive mistakes. So we've just got a couple more turns here to go on Slazer Eyes, and we'll see. I imagine he's going to go first. Bold statement there. But we do have 2 Ferraris following. One was actually Grumpy Old Catman, so no time there. But the other one will be Villeneuve. And we'll see if Villeneuve can beat a 125.754. And the only way to find out is for him to come over the line and tell us no, he cannot this evening. Grumpy does finish his lap. Scornsy spins? Oh my goodness gracious, he is human. I didn't think that was in his programming.
Before he's going to come across the line now. He's had a pretty solid lap. That's going to put him P2 at the moment. I thought he might have had a chance to nab first there.
Yeah.
He went fastest sector 1 and 3.
Yeah, he wasn't too far off there. Landsy now, though, he ends up taking pole. And DDR no jug. Taking pole by quite a big gap margin there. No jug going second. And Jin is DNF'd in the pit. Interesting.
Yeah.
But now the thing is, though, is that Jin will make it into Q3 if one more guy DNFs, though.
That is true.
Actually, no. Or wait, he DNF'd. I don't think... Did Meeb just sit in pit the whole time, or did he actually DNF himself?
Meeb was just sat in the pits and he didn't retire or anything. He was just, he was just sitting there. So I don't know if Janet would make it. I think someone would have to get disqualified, or maybe DNF.
Now Jacko's going for the wet strategy here.
I saw that. He's trying to make sure he's got a good wet setup ready for tonight in case he gets downpour.
Yes, that's big brain racing right there.
Indeed, Meeb is on an outlap as well, so we'll see what kind of pace he's got tonight.
So Trix is not happy in chat, from what I'm gathering here. He's
that is unfortunate, yes.
Yeah. And Mother Ellie likes the white wine, not the red though. Do you drink wine at all? Have you tried that much?
I like white wine a lot better. Like I'll drink wine like every so often, but yeah, white wine is definitely better than red wine in my opinion.
Fair. Yeah, I mean I'm on that boat as well. My lady, she's starting to get into the red wine now, but she knows if she pops a bottle of white, then I'm taking about half of it.
As you should.
Dude, white wine goes down so freaking smooth.
Ooh, Spin does a really good job keeping that away from the wall, though.
Yeah, that would have been interesting. Okay. So I've learned some things with the full qualifying here. A DNF on track, I guess, does not allow you to go through, where just sitting in the pit, like Meeb does, will allow you to go through. Even though the results are virtually the same. I wonder if it actually comes down to the car not being available.
I don't know. It might be like something with the like technical classification maybe of like a crashed car versus just a parked car.
What if
that would be.
What if maybe next game they can make it where you can try and fix your car?
You know, that would be really nice. I would appreciate that a lot. I'd do a lot of spinning.
Yeah, that would be fun. Like you actually go into the pit like on little time, and you have like some sort of like brain teasers to answer or something like that.
Yeah, like some like circuit board or something you have to like wire or something like that.
Yes.
You know, Codemasters should hire us because I feel like we do a better job anyway.
Yeah, all of the big companies there, they don't like to listen to the little guys, and that's the big problem.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, if I had a background in game development and did my years of schooling and my time and working the catacombs that was EA and building myself up to having proper input into the game, if I grinded all those years, I'd probably kill myself.
Yeah, I would. Well, there's no way I could ever develop, like, actually work in game development.
Yeah. And you just get roasted by the community.
Even for, like, some super little accident we could have would just be the end of the world.
Yeah. Like, we got one here tonight, Trix. He's pissed off. He's typing up an angry letter to EA Codemasters right now.
Yeah, I feel like he's already got one in the mail.
I mean, it's good. Snail mail, it hits harder, and it offers up the possibility of a paper cut as well, so you can hurt them physically too.
That is true. Maybe you can, like, I don't know if people still do this, but didn't kids back in the day used to try to put their farts in envelopes and mail them off to people?
I've never heard of that one.
You've never heard that one? Oh, that must be a USA sort of thing then.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Wow, Meeb was gonna probably take pole, but he got a little bit too heavy on the throttle there, exiting the final turn. And he's just
And he
gonna
has
retire.
retired on the track. Classic.
Interesting.
Oh, man, I don't get why people do that. I really don't. Yeah, that's a new one.
Trix is calling that he's gonna get 2 overtakes off of race start.
I saw that. Well, he'll be starting 12. Yeah, he may have a good chance at that. Got 5 minutes left in Q2 now. Almost everyone has set a lap time.
Wow. Now he's compared himself to God himself. Saying he has... Yes, that's quite... Saying he has insane starts. He is godly. That is quite the... That is you know... Hey, I mean, I'd love to see it.
More power to you if it's true, but...
Yeah. I mean...
Yeah, there's more than one car involved in a start, so, like, you never know what could happen on the starts.
This is true.
Remember my first race in this league, we had a like 15-car pileup before we even crossed the starting line.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was something else.
That's a good start to the season.
yeah, it was a great intro to what the league was all about. Ask not gravity, who knows.
But three people finished.
Yeah, there was 3 finishes. Yeah, I remember I spun out with like a lap and a half to go. I just like snapped my wheel off, and that was excruciating.
You ever seen that old commercial? It's like the Michael Vick Experience.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, it's not like what you're thinking. It's like with that laugh, I could tell exactly what you're thinking, but no. It's like when Michael Vick was like in his prime or whatever, and it was just like a joking. It was like an ESPN ad video or whatever.
Okay.
And it was a theme park ride where it was like called the Michael Vick Experience, and you're like strapped into like a like kind of like a coaster seat type thing, but like a standing one.
Oh, okay.
And you got like a helmet and shoulder pads, and you go through like these doors, and you like come onto the field, like you're the quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons at the time, and. And so it like takes you through like you like running the ball and everything like that, and getting taken or like big linebackers like coming at you and everything. It's kind of funny. You should watch it.
You know, I'll have to look into that. That sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah. Let me see here. I can pull it up. There's nothing else going on, so.
Yeah.
Back to Googling on the air.
Jacko is the lowest I think I've ever seen him in qualifying right now. Down in 10th place. His wet tires.
Okay, I just DM'd it to you.
Alright. I will say that the screaming he was making made that video 100 times better. But that that was pretty cool. The fact that video was 15 years ago.
Yeah,
Kind of
right.
blowing me a little bit right now.
It's no, it's pretty funny. Imagine that if that was actually serious, though.
No, I would 100% do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, imagine that'd be so fun.
Yeah, I would probably be screaming just like a little girl, just like you was too.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Oh god. Okay, but Scornsy went into the 123s while that was all happening.
Oh,
Jesus. That's quick. That is quick.
you think he just does this full time? Like he doesn't have to work?
Yeah. Sometimes you think, right? Like,
man, this guy is an animal, all around animal. I'm not sure if he's on another fun lap right now or not. Is he? No, he's not.
no. And he extends it again. And it comes
I think it's because like subconsciously you think if you go through the finish line, it's gonna put another lap on your tires. At least that's what goes through my mind when I'm in qualifying.
Fair enough.
But I also imagine this game doesn't account for that sort of thing.
Okay, Bobby August chimed in. He says that he's seen it, and it was a great commercial back in the day. Bobby Yaga account created 10 minutes ago. Damn, you created just to see this. I'm sorry that this is the first one that you have to witness. But there you go. All the drivers that made it through Q2. Jin with the DNF, Trix with the disqualification, and we continue on to Q3.
Indeed, we do.
Now we'll see what Meeb can do in comparison here with Scornsy and what he's gonna try and put in. And I mean, no joke, that's a pretty good time as well. The low 124.
I think we're gonna see a little bit of a battle here for pole. They don't really fight too much over it, and then someone usually down in like 6th place will come up and just nab it out of nowhere.
Okay.
Especially if we got Lightwork in the lobby. That was his specialty.
Okay. He says, or Grumpy Old Catman saying that the tire wear going around track did in F1 21, crossing over the finish line and it wasting another lap on the tire. It would put another 6% or more on the tire, but now you get free tire choice, so it doesn't matter. Fair enough.
So I guess my fears were based in some truth then. That's good to know. I wasn't completely crazy.
Yes, true enough. True enough. But now, okay, we didn't even think about this in regards to the Constructors' Championship. We've got McLaren here sitting with Scornsy and Lancey, a pretty decent team. So that'll, if they get a good result, that'll boost them. They won't really have they can't do any better than 3rd where they're standing right now. But it's going to make things really difficult for Williams to try and overtake them now.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to pull up those standings right now. Yeah, I'm thinking if Red Bull has a pretty good weekend here, if Trix is able to pull off some of that God tier stuff he was talking about and another solid result from forward, we may see Red Bull overtake Williams though, and maybe potentially even they could bag 3rd. Yeah,
true enough. Oh, okay. Bobby Yaga, you're Joe G Fishing? Is that correct? Or like Joe? Bobby Yaga saying new phone could not remember info to sign into old account. Same Joe Fishing. It was Joe G Fishing, wasn't it? Yes.
Yeah, there's something fishing like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I remember you. You were in you did Friday Night Madness quite a bit, or was it F2? Something like that. But okay. So now Majako has opted for the proper tire compound here. He has yet to put on a time with the proper tire compound. Started with the intermediates and the wets. Now going for the proper softs, as everyone else will in this race, or at least in this qualifying, sorry. So we'll see the competitiveness that will be for pole. It's going to be fun here. Lancey and Scornsey both starting one early.
Ford had to slide, but that was a beautiful save.
Oh.
Sorry to cut you off there.
No, by all means.
He was going straight for the barrier there. I don't think he was on a flying lap, so he will probably be coming back in. Any tires, maybe.
Okay, so we'll see where everyone's sitting here. Jacko, 53.514. Scornsey is quicker with pretty much a flat 53. Meeb is about 0.3 off. Grumpy old Catman, about 3/4 off. Lancey. Lancey's putting in a good time here, actually.
He's doing some pretty close times through the standings here right now.
We'll see. So Jacko's going to lead us first. Then we got Scornsey. Then we got Meeb. Followed by Grumpy. So Meeb seemed to have a really good sector 3 there. And now Lancey. We'll see where Lancey can go. I wonder if he'll maybe be able to get into that 123 mark. And just
split, yep.
Wow, barely.
So very impressive lap times.
Yeah.
Start out.
Seems like these guys are starting to dial it in now. I'm impressed with Lancey there. Lancey really put it together.
He really did. Yeah, he pulled that out of nowhere, really. Scornsey's got a couple tenths clear, but Meeb was also got a little bit loose towards the start of his lap. So I don't think we've seen all of his pace just yet.
Oh, No Jug really close to Scornsey.
Oh, man.
And Slazerized in 6. Baba Yaga about to start one. Villeneuve will be next over. A couple of turns left to go there. But wow, No Jug, that's really tight. 0.02 of a second off of Scornsey.
I think we're going to see Valen's going to be starting a little bit farther down with that one there. But these guys, yeah, I'm curious to see what kind of lap times No Jug and Meeb are going to have for Scornsey there. I think No Jug might be able to take pole here.
Yeah, there's definitely a chance there. And how much more does Lancey have there? Was that about as good as he can do?
Yeah, I'm curious. I feel like he can pull out. He's got it. He almost took his wheel off coming into the pits there, but...
So forward's out of the pit now. He might have enough time for 2 attempts. He should, maybe. Baba Yaga is the only man on a hot lap right now. I didn't catch the sector 2 split there. But into Q3 is Baba Yaga, so a win there.
Yeah, so we've seen some very steady improvement from him all season long. He went from fighting at the back now. I think this is his second or third time in Q3 now. So he's starting to piece it together real well.
So Grumpy saying that No Jug would be considered as a potential Division 1 champion when he gets up into Division 1.
Oh, really?
Yes, he's calling the paces there for that man.
Yeah, I believe it. It's only a matter of time.
I mean, that's no fluke. You can't accidentally put in an amazing lap in this game.
No. Yeah. As much as I try to, it just never works out.
Yeah. I haven't found any like wall glitches or anything. They tend to, once you go off track, they'll give you an invalidation.
Unfortunately, sometimes you don't even have to go off track to get an invalidation.
Yeah, I know.
See what kind of time forward's got here for us. He just started his flying lap. Got 5 minutes left in the session, so I imagine everyone's going to be making their way in for some fresh tires. Get out one more time, maybe? Neve's going to be on his outlap now.
Yeah, I think this is going to be Ford's only real chance.
I think so as well. This will be his one or done.
Yeah, I didn't think you got to virtually go around track 3 times to really put in one lap. One on the out, one on the hot, and then one on the in.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you have to go and change tires. Unless Ford has some sort of glitch that we're not aware of. As soon as you finish your hot lap, you can just glitch into the pit.
I mean, I did see him scrolling down pit lane, so I think he has, but doesn't have that glitch. This weekend, couldn't afford those upgrades.
I think Lancey has a 5-place grid penalty too, doesn't he?
Oh, it was it Fancy?
Forward going
I think it
6th.
was.
That's a competitive time there. Currently puts him in the middle of the top 10, so not too bad, but I think, yeah, that will be it for him, and he is low on fuel, so he won't be able to go around for one more attempt.
No, unfortunately not. You see, Mead is on the lap now. He is fastest sector 2 time.
Ooh, okay.
Not by much.
Yeah, he's up on his time right now, but I mean, he must have really not put in a great sector 1 then.
It collects a little bit of a traffic cone there.
And
Taking a souvenir barely keeps that.
yeah, I don't know how that wasn't invalid. And I remember from last time he came around, he did better Scornsy in sector 3. Does improve on his time, but not on position.
That is unfortunate, and once again retiring on track.
You know, from what I remember, I believe he's got 2 young kids. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so, or 1. I think I believe so. I think the last year or the year before, I think he had a kid. So for all we know, it could be his kid's birthday party right now, and he's trying to double.
You know that I wouldn't blame him one bit if that was the case.
Yeah, that'd be savage.
That would be.
Sorry, son. I've got an 100% race that I've got no chance in winning the driver's title in that I've got to compete in.
Exactly. I mean, hey, I have 100% U League racing to get out of so much. Even if it's just a 5-lapper lobby, nobody's gonna know.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh god, that's funny. Oh, okay, so Grumpy's come around once more here. Villeneuve only won in sector 3 on a hot lap. We'll see. A lot of these drivers are coming out for their final attempt.
Absolutely. We've got Tricks in the chat saying he doesn't think he'll do very good tonight. So he put on a Mexico setup. It's really unstable. But you better still get those 2 overtakes off the start. Otherwise, we're going to have to, I don't know, do something. Penalize him somehow.
Oh, wow. And that's it for Villeneuve. Best he can do at this point is 9th, unless there's some sort of circumstances that aids him. No Jug is timing up to come around for one more attempt.
Catman is up on his lap time, but just over a 10. That would be enough to improve position if he can keep it.
The grumpiest of old Catmen.
Mm-hmm. So I've heard.
I mean, with a name like that, you better be.
Yeah, I feel like you have to be either great or like slamming everybody off the track when they come near you as he spins, coming around the final corner. That is unfortunate for him.
Yeah, so that'll be it for his qualifying as well.
Howard is out though. Is he gonna have enough time?
No, he's just gonna miss out.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
So Scornsy is up on his time right now as we jump on board with him. He's finishing up the last couple of turns. We've got the Ferrari of Villeneuve, but I don't believe he can improve if he has the gas left. Scornsey will, though, and goes into the mid-123s now, increasing that gap.
We've got no drug right behind it, though. Coming through. See what he's able to do. He's able to validate. That is unfortunate. I think he had the best chance.
Yeah. Yeah, he wouldn't have got it done anyway. Lancey now, and he jumps into second.
Dang. I thought he might have pulled it off from there, but see, you got anybody else?
No, I think that's it.
And another spin. And that looks like that is going to be your starting order there. Strenzy on pole, followed by Lancey, who may have a penalty.
Yeah.
About that, and then no jog in third, me in fourth. All of this is subject to change.
Yes, I can't remember who had the 5-place grid penalty.
I think it was.
Yeah, I think so. Gabri in chat. Hey, buddy. Looking good tonight. I don't know what you're looking like, but you're from Ecuador, so I know that you look good. There we go. So yeah, at the end of qualifying, Scornsey will take pole, that's for sure. And then the rest of the order to be determined. Then we can get into this this final 100%er of the very first season of the 100% series in the Midwest F1 League, Midwest Esports League, I guess, Midwest something league.
Yes, I believe. Yes, Lancey does have the penalty. We will see him drop down.
Okay, yeah, so Grumpy did confirm that. So there we go. The final starting order. We'll see Lancey dropping down to 6th? 7th.
7th.
Yes. So it'll be Scornsey and No Jug, Meeb and Jacko, Forward and Slazerized, Lancey and Grumpy Old Catman, Villeneuve and Baba Yaga will be your top 10.
This should be a pretty interesting mix.
Yeah, this is now that Lancey's been pushed down. I mean, he's proved that he's got the pace right now.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see if he'll be able to fight through the field. But the top 5 they're all pretty stacked. 5 and 6, yeah, it's a pretty stacked top 10 here we've got. So,
and Jin is out of the top 10 as well. So we can't count that guy out for some sort of heroics.
Yes, he knows how to deliver. Oh, Forward is getting a little bit of love in the chat there.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Lucky guy.
Wow, what the hell? Why don't I get to be Forward?
Yeah, man, that's just not fair.
What the fuck? Jesus. Oh, it is what it is. I don't know. We gotta ask Forward what his secret is with Gabri there. What he does to get that like good luck smooch every day.
I don't know. Is it every day or is it just every other week? Is it?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, that begs the question: how much of a slut is Gabri?
You know, not to point fingers, but maybe up there a little bit.
Oh, okay. So Gabri just hands him out then.
Oh, we just get hugs. Well, I mean, I appreciate it. Thank you. More than I get from my mother, but
yeah.
Maybe some kisses at some point. What do we got to do for that?
Yeah, Gabri's the team bicycle. He gets ridden by everyone.
You know, we've all been there before.
Yeah, that was fucked.
Yeah.
Okay, so I imagine we're going to be getting a dry race here. If anything other than that, would be quite a curveball.
It really would be.
Oh God, Gabri's just so innocent. He just gets roasted.
So he had to be the scapegoat for tonight, at
Yeah,
least for a little while.
that's funny.
So, I know. I'm sure Forward's listening, so we could probably pick on him a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we'll let him do it for himself.
Yeah, well, we'll see what kind of pace he's got or what kind of pirouette technique.
Man, so all I'm looking at right now is this big George Russell board in the paddock here.
He,
Man, that guy gets so much hate now.
he does. Like yeah, especially after this last week. Um, um, it's been insane, and I remember everyone the internet used to adore him back when
Yeah.
he was a Williams.
Well, okay, so you know what? Like, I kind of got that vibe when he was with Williams and looking and knowing he was going to get moved up into Merc at some point. Like, he had that
Uh-huh.
kind of vibe to him, you know?
Yeah, and then I don't know. I guess he started out as soon as he started outperforming Lewis Hamilton. There went like 7 billion people, and we got lights are on for our formation lap here getting kicked off. But yeah, he got so much hate especially after that contact with Science. But I don't know. He's still one of my favorites.
Yeah, I think he is a good driver. I mean, he is a little arrogant though.
Absolutely. Which I feel like you kind of have to be to a certain extent.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with that. I mean, have you seen all of those those rumors of how it's gonna go with Vettel? So, he's following exactly what Schumacher did, where Schumacher retired for 4 years and then came back for a new German constructor.
I remember seeing that a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and Audi's been confirmed to join F1 in 4 years for Sauber.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
So are they dropping the Alfa Romeo tag? Because isn't Sauber Alpha?
Yeah, the Alfa Romeo is actually more of like it's like a sponsor. It's not like an Alfa Romeo works team.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just like the sponsor. So yeah, they're going to be dropping Alpha. I'm not sure if it's completely, but yeah, then they'll just be converted into an Audi team. I would imagine with different companies they would lose all ties, but I don't do politics too much.
Yeah. I imagine that Audi are more willing to put more into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Alfa Romeo definitely seemed like, or has it seemed is that the dollars hasn't been put into the team.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Lorenzi and Catman did not get lined up very well on the grid. It's like they were the only two. No.
But okay, it's all about to take place here. 58 laps to go. Off of the race start, we have 5 red lights, and they are gone. Scornsy is going to try and hold off No Jug into turn 1 here. And it looks like he's doing a really good job, as No Jug was under a little bit of pressure from Neeb, but he cannot get the overtake coming into turn 1. Scornsy is already clear and has minimal pressure coming in through sector 1, and we have quite a bit of movement all the way throughout, and it looks like Not Gravity has found himself into a little bit of trouble there with Villeneuve, as both of them are spun out around turn 3. A 5-second penalty already to Gravity, with Jin working on Fuse Rogue. And, ooh, that's going to be a nice little drag race, and it seems Fuse Rogue has the straight line battle, or advantage there.
Yeah, I saw Catman drop down. Looks like he went wide, and I think he was avoiding that collision as well. Baba Yaga down 3 places, but we see Forward and Unit and a bunch of guys kind of all hanging out there together. But he uses up 6 spots already, putting himself up in the 7th place. Trix did move up 4 spots off the start as well, so he did what he said he could. We've got DPR Dimex. He's going to go with that one. He's making a move on Trix there, following, getting right up and friendly with back and forward there now. got No Jugs still hunting down Frenzy, but Need close behind him. Lancey's already back up a couple spots as well.
Yeah, Dimex wants to try and get this overtake on Ford as soon as possible. Ford being on these hards, they'll take a little bit for them to fully get to a race pace. They will. He did a really good job getting past Trix, who is on the soft tires, and went around the outside there too. So quite an impressive feat, to say the least.
Feud.
And there goes Feud.
We got a safety car already.
Is it safety? No, I think it's just VSC.
Is it VSC?
Yeah, I don't see the safety car out on track. Yeah, VSC.
Yeah, Gravity's in the pits already. He's going to put on a set of soft tires. Like he wants to cut his way back through the field quickly. I saw that the pits, I guess the pit strategy for the hards was 20 laps for a first stint on them. And I think if I'm remembering correctly, Mead does have a pretty good understanding of conserving tires and does well to maintain their life. So we could see that come into play later on in the race.
So Gabri's saying that Audi purchased a part of Sauber.
Okay. So I just watched a video the other day. Kind of was explaining some of that stuff, and yeah, it should be interesting. I'm excited to see what they do with the team. I'm getting a 4-stop race strategy. Never seen that before. Dimex is DNF'd as well. We unfortunate to see from him there. So far, Gravity is the only one who has stopped and he put on the soft tires. And he has also picked up a 3-second penalty there. Lance is just hanging out there behind the Jacko, who's following Mead. Looking like he wants to get something done there. He's on the soft tire. I believe they all lost. Yeah, Mead is on the fire, Jacko and Lancey on softs. Frenzy the new fastest lap will win 28.1.
Okay. So Sauber are due to end their relationship with Alfa Romeo at the end of 2023 after deciding not to renew. So and then they pick up with Audi on 2026. So 2024 and 2025, I wonder if they'll just compete as Sauber again.
They might. No Jug is right there, closing in that gap on Strenzy now. He's got it down to half a second. Almost a full second at the start of that straight there.
Yeah, so this is interesting here. Like the full race, because I mean, it's not really worth for all the heroics so early, right?
No, not at all. Absolutely not. Like you see, Forward and Trix are swapping positions a couple times here, back and forth, but. I think if you have the pace, as Forward and Trix come together, it's like Trix started to spin a little bit and Forward just right there behind him and just tapped him into the wall the rest of the way. And he's able to keep going still, so that's good. But yeah, I think it's better to wait a little bit into the race and see what happens unless you have the pure pace to just get out in front and pull a massive gap.
So now this is very important because Fuse Rogue is out of this race now. That's one of the Alpines. And we got to remember, yeah, there's only a 14-point swing between the two McLaren and Alpine, or also Ferrari and Alpine team. 9th and 11th right now gets them 20 points, and Jacko is almost covering that by himself. So there's a chance that that we can see some late dramatics here in the Constructors' Championship.
We might indeed. I'm also keeping an eye. It looks like we've got just one Williams. I think we got one Williams in this race. So Red Bull could very easily take over that part of the championship. Overtake them.
Yeah.
Because they're only down by 1 point.
Yeah, and Trix will have that covered with just a race finish as long as forward stays with Slayer's Rise.
Mm-hmm.
So Slayer Eyes has quite a bit of work to do if he wants to hold that 4th spot there. And as well, if things go really bad for Slayer Eyes, Jinnit in his lonesome in the Mercedes could actually get a potential overtake there in the Constructors' Championship as well.
Oh, you're right.
Forward's in the pit.
Looks like he had front wing damage, maybe. It didn't look like his wing was damaged at all.
Oh, Trix has
DNF'd.
Yes, and that is a full safety car.
Oh no. I saw Trix was spinning a little bit there. So maybe I wonder if he just spun one more time a little too hard. That is unfortunate with Forward's timing of the pit. Maybe? Yeah. That's all these guys gonna hop into the pits. He did lose out a lot there in time sense, but I was seeing Scremsy and No-Jump were staying pretty close to each other, and Jacko, Neeb, and Lancey were all within a second of each other for quite a few laps there since the last restarts. So I think we are in for a very interesting race. I was riding on board with Lancey, and no one was really able to make too big of an improvement on the car in front of them, but definitely all waiting for someone to make a mistake. Is he not gravity running the intermediates? Did you see that phone?
Yeah, I do. He must have got glitched out there.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's happened under safety car, so at least you'll be able to pit again and.
Yeah, he won't lose terribly too much time.
I mean, or this is godlike. He could be just saving one extra lap on these tires.
You know, that is true. I did see a puppet of a rain cloud off in the distance.
Yeah.
Just getting that new preparation in.
This we'll see. Maybe getting them already on a good temperature for when the rain comes out.
Exactly. You don't want to have like too much tread on the tire, so you got to wear it down just a little bit, and like not too much. That's why he's got it under safety car, so he doesn't take off too much.
Okay. So we'll see if this comes to fruition, then it's gonna go down in history.
It will. He says, "Yep, he's been done everything he needed on those tires coming into the pits to soften out." You see, Slayer as he stands, he's going to be in a better spot now that Trix is out. Trix saying he oversteered and overcorrected. That was what saw him out. But if things stay as they are, then Slayer Eyes will maintain P4 for Williams in the Constructors. And if we take a look over at our drivers' standings, Vale would overtake Forward for that number 2 spot, and Ginnett to win it might actually take over that number 2 spot.
Seems like a good time for a wash and break.
Mm-hmm. Got most of the field is all backed up together again. That's what you love to see. Gravity is down by 49 seconds still, so hopefully he's able to put in some good time there and catch up to the rest of the pack there. It's a lot easier to get lapped in these 100% races. See it happen quite often. Screnzy's getting nice and personal with that safety car up there. Pretty close to that. No jug warming his tires. I think he might be thinking, oh, and Gravity's had a spin there. Towards down in the back might have been pushing just a little too hard. We're going to see everyone coming in, warming up the tires a little bit. 4 drivers all on their starting tires still, and then Jacko and Lancey have gone for complete opposite strategies there. Jacko fitting the soft tire, Lancey fitting the hard. You see the slow and steady and the straight sprint there. Difference. Ginnett is gone with the medium as well, so we'll get a little taste of how that's going to go there for all those different guys and how they take care of their tires. Probably Yag up into 8th place, started 10th. It's on 7-lap-old hards. Slayer has on some fresh hards. Then we got Bill in the Ferrari there. 7-lap-old mediums. His starting tire forward's gone a couple laps on those mediums, and Gravity on a fresh set as well. And he has closed up that gap a lot, but he's still got a little ways to go. His safety car is going to be taking us around once again. Screnzy is just ready to go. Does not want to waste any more time.
So it doesn't seem I missed much. That's good.
Nope. Gravity had a spin, but he saved it and has since closed up the gap again. So he's almost back up there. So I bet you we're going to be going green this time around, if I had to guess.
Hello. Was it IG8? Live Esports?
Oh, okay.
Good to see you in chat, my guy. Or girl. Oh.
And we are on to lap 9 now, out of 58. So, safety car is going to be coming in this lap, so these guys are going to be warming up their tires the last little bit. Guys, Grenzy and No Jugger swap around a little bit there, prematurely. Scorenzi is going to back the pack up massively. Now he's just sitting in 2nd place now.
What just happened?
What?
That's interesting.
Is he gonna...
Oh, okay, so now, yeah, he does get it back here.
Okay, I'm not sure what was going on there, if he was even getting punted to let him go, but... Bet you that's messed with his head a little bit.
And he puts the throttle down right before the final turn. Back live here on lap 10. And Jacko with a full send down into turn 1, getting the overtake on Grumpy Old Catman, who is on some older and not as soft compounded tire. And Jin spins out around turn 4 and gets collected by by Gravity. The two G's finding each other. Or 2 of the 3, that is.
Gravity has not been having a good night. Everyone else did a very good job to avoid that. It was pretty close there. But it was unfortunate for Gravity getting collecting him there. The back Slayer Eyes just outperforms Baba Yaga down the straights. He made that look pretty easy. Lancey is looking like he's making his move on Catman, and he is able to get that done around the outside there. Definitely had to work for that one. As Meeb is closing in on No Jug. Slayer Eyes and Catman battling still in the background there. Meeb just looks like he's just a little bit too far off, but Jacko is right up in this mix now too. I think he's fancying his chances at something here.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on with No Jug here, because he's 2.5 seconds back of Scornsy, and he's got a guy on hards all over the back of him. I mean, not really a surprise with Jacko, with him being on the softs, and No Jug's actually just going to pull off to the side.
I wonder what he's got going on.
What's going on there with No Jug? A little bit.
Looks like the win is fine.
Yeah, a little bit confusing there.
Off track a little bit. Not sure what that's all about, but Screnzy is up into second now. He's pulling that gap on Meeb. So looks like he's gonna try to pull out as much as he can. Meeb's fighting it back a bit. No Jug gets punched by Lancey now.
Not Gravity is spun out in turn 3, same area where he made contact with Jin last time around. He's back on track now.
Forward also pulled off an overtake on Baba Yaga there. Baba Yaga slipping back a little bit to connect towards his starting position.
Not too much of a surprise with the hards though.
Not at all. I mean, these medium tire runners are gonna definitely have the advantage for probably the next 10-15 laps, I'd say, but after that they are going to start slipping a little bit back, and those hards are going to be coming out better. Curious to see how long we're going to see these softs stretch to.
Yeah, true. Meeb's just fallen out of DRS to Jacko now, which would have been nice. And he's able to actually get himself back within it, but he's going to have a really good Sector 1 here in comparison to try and hold it. But Jacko going off, yeah, that's going to be really helpful. And he should get the double DRS detection. That'll be definitely helpful for him.
Absolutely. His DRS was just activated this lap. No Jug looks like he's gotten his pace back now. Might have had some sort of hardware issue or something like that. See what he's able to do on Lancey ahead. So Lancey started in 7th place, I believe it was. Gravity is back in the pits, putting on some soft tires. Forward makes a move on Catman. Slips around him there. Baba Yaga was also overtaken by Milner there.
Let's see. So Forward currently sitting number 2 in the Drivers' Championship. Has that fairly locked up here. Meeb won't really be able to catch him unless Forward does something catastrophically wrong. So it seems like a fairly consistent season for Forward is going to bring him home a solid P2 in the Drivers' Championship. I mean, not too shabby.
Yeah, I think he might have DNF'd one race, maybe. But other than that, he's had some pretty consistent drives. He hasn't had any super standout performances, but consistency is key for these things, especially with the percenters.
Yeah, the amount of laps that you put in, oh my god.
Yeah, I can't. I did one league. We did 4 of these races, and it was probably my least favorite day of the week when we'd have them sometimes. It was on and on and on, but Guinness and Gravity, the only 2 with penalties, and I believe,
spun out again.
Oh man, I wonder if these just having setup issues. Or what his flow is going to be tonight.
Yeah, he's not having a good time here. That's for sure.
Yeah, he is getting fired. He did have a DNF. Did he fall in the pits for that? Looks like it.
I think so, but sometimes they send him back out. We'll see.
It does look like, yeah, it is moving back
Baba
out.
Yaga spun.
Oh no. So he does well to not think he got any damage on that one. Doesn't appear so.
And yeah, okay, so they do send Not Gravity's car out on track just to get in the way of things.
Yes, because you know, you gotta do that once in a while.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, he just tries out just to pull up.
That is so fucked. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it just the guy comes into the pit to retire in pit, and then he's gonna drive out on track for them to get a tractor to pull him back into the pit.
Yeah.
Oh god. So Meeps stayed within DRS range of Jacko, since Jacko's overtaken him. And we'll see how long these softs are going to be able to go, because I think Meeb's got these hards running right in their optimal range at this point now.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's got his tires right where he wants them. And yeah, I'm not sure if we're already seeing those softs start to go off with Jacko, because that gap it's been springing back and forth, so I'm not sure if it's just little bits of loss of grip there that's causing that or what. But yeah, I don't think these softs are going to go too terribly long into this race.
Yeah, and Lancey as well. He's just there you go, or he's teetering on the edge of losing or getting and losing DRS there. So, a very important couple of turns here for Lancey. Oh yes, he will get it. So Lancey now in the DRS train, and that brings No Jug in as well. And No Jug can once again see the position that he was once at several laps earlier in second place with Jacko leading this train.
And I think we've got a battle for first. Might be a bit out of the way right now unless we see Scrinzy making some sort of accident, but it's battle for P2 for P3. And this is going to be probably going on for quite a while, I bet you. Mead is going to make an overtake there, getting along side by side with Jacko. As Jacko is able to stay just slightly ahead. They got nice and friendly in there, but they both kept it pretty clean. You see these guys all just coming in there. Lancey is getting ever closer as well.
Yeah, Jacko does not like to make things easy on people when they're trying to overtake him. So
no, he's not.
We'll see what Magic Meebs is going to have to produce here to get through up into P2 once again. But it almost seems like we're counting down the laps until that happens. Actually, Jacko, he's absolutely loaded to the teeth with ERS here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is a crazy advantage he's going to have. I wonder if that's probably why Meeb has been able to stay consistent with him. He hasn't been burning much of his ERS off. Is he going to be able to get something done down the straight here, maybe coming into the corner? It's like he's going for it. They come up side by side, and Meeb is through. For the moment, is he able to hold on to it? Yes, he is. While simultaneously, Forward made a move on Slayer Eyes down there on the straight. Able to get ahead of the Williams there.
Jacko does get him back, and it doesn't look like Meeb is going to be able to contest there.
So Jacko burning off a little bit of his ERS now. He's going to be able to a good bit there.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting racing here between these four guys, really. Because I mean, if Lancey slips up at all, I mean, imagine No Jug still got enough in these mediums to get an overtake done.
I think so, absolutely. Yeah, these guys are gonna definitely be putting on a bit of a battle here for a while. It is nice about these new cars too. They even in the game, the racing is so much different. A lot more touch and go. Consistency on these 100% races.
How long can you guys push the M, says Gabri? What do you know what the M is? What does that mean?
I think the mediums.
Oh.
I would say they're probably getting, because there's suggested 20 laps for a set of hards, 10 laps for softs. So it would probably be about lap 15 laps on those mediums.
So now Meeb's trying an alternate strategy here. Did not go for the bomb down into turn, whatever that was, but DDR No Jug is gone. Got a little oversteer, found himself into the, or actually no, oversteer. I think that was understeer because he's lost the front left. Unless he spun out and swung around and hit that, then yeah, he must have. But a full safety car is deployed here, the second one of the evening. And that brings us down to 10 drivers.
That is insane. Flap 17 down to 10 drivers. It's like, oh, wow. But for once, we have both McLarens still in the race. I don't think we've had them this far into a race in a long time. Normally, McLaren is out. The car is just a curse.
That's quite the stat. That is, there is a McLaren curse in the Midwest.
Yeah, I had heard nothing about it affecting the rest of the league until this morning, I think it was, that I saw that. But maybe yesterday. But yeah, this 100% series, it has definitely been the bane of everyone's existence.
Yeah, because I know McLaren in Division 1 has never won. It's only come second twice, and other than that has been like either 9th or 10th. Every season.
Wow.
Yeah. And I don't know if you are paid attention much to the last stream, but Scorenzy confirmed that he's going to be attempting to try and break that McLaren curse next season.
I did see that, yes. But yeah, I know those D1 and D2 guys, they drive insane. I was in the D2 race last night, although I was doing nothing but spinning the whole time. Pretty fast guys, but
you were doing a race spinning or car spinning simulator.
Yeah, I just, I was thinking about Tokyo Drift earlier in the day, and so I think I just channeled that. And just, busting out some new laps, trying some new moves.
So it's looking like at this point here, with Scorenzy not coming into the pit, he's going to try and attempt a one-stopper.
I think he might.
Okay.
That's bold. That's really bold, I want to say.
Well, you've had the help of a virtual safety car and 2 safety cars now to extend the life a little bit.
And I can't imagine those tires are going to be... You've got to be getting up there at least a little bit by now.
He also hasn't been under too much pressure to wear a little bit of extra on battles too.
Everyone else has been fighting pretty hard, and he's just walked away every start.
Yeah, he's been holding a comfortable lead. But now we'll see here. So Jacko and Meeb. Jacko still leads them, but now Meeb is the man on the softer tire compound here. And as well, will have a full battery to deploy in the battles. So, and forward as well. He's on softs right behind those two.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was just looking at that, and I know forward's going to be wanting to get up right up there and overtake Slayer Eyes as soon as he can. Try to hold off that constructor's battle there. But yeah, this is going to be interesting. All these guys on Grumpy Old Catman right behind him too. On a fresh set of tires as well. Ginnett was back a little ways from them, but I imagine he'll catch up before all this. So yeah, we're going to see, of course, the mad dash at the start, I think. McLaren's sitting 1 and 2 right now. Be a strong performance from them
I mean, there's nothing they're going to be able to do about the championship, I don't believe. Yeah, no, that is too big of a difference.
Are we going to get the safety car in here? It's going to be tight. I don't think. Yes, he will. Just
Barely made that.
Yeah, a little bit of a late call there. Bobby Yaga just able to catch back up. Funny enough, he hasn't even pitted yet either. Ugh. Things are going to be getting back underway here. On to lap 20 we go. Scornsey once again leads us through. Over the line. Lancey, his teammate, sitting in second after getting that 5-place grid penalty, has done well to get himself back up in behind his teammate. He's got Slayer Eyes and Elma Jacko and Mead are battling. It looks like Mead might want to try and get this done early here. Already opening up the inside line. And will launch down, and oh my goodness, maybe a little bit too hot came in Meeb. He actually might have been able to get that done on Slayer Eyes. That would have had to have been unbelievable, but
yeah, I thought he was going for it for a second there, but I think he thought better of it, and at that point his tires are just locking up a bit. But the Ferrari is back in 8th and 9th. They're fighting a little bit there. Forward is also towards the getting cars. Looking at this battle between Meeb and Jacko up here.
Oh, Meeb's going to split the difference. Go right down the middle.
Ooh. 3 wide down the back stretch, and Meeb is going to put himself up into 3rd, but Jacko is not done. Looks like he wants to hit him with his switchback, maybe. No, thinks better of it.
No, Meeb puts the car right in the middle of the track and doesn't play with the games that Jacko's trying to, and holds on to 3rd place. Now this is very important for Jacko now to try and hold pace with Meeb. Still have 1 full lap before DRS is back enabled, but that gives Meeb a full lap to try and he also goes purple in sector 3 off of race restart here, so already a second above. Yeah, he's just going to pull away at this point now. Meeb might be thinking about the lead in the race the next couple laps here, actually.
He might be able to pull it off. Yeah, he is, as long as he can stay within that DRS train. I think the McLarens will drag each other along for a little bit, and if he can get himself up into that mix, he'll have a shot. You see, Forward is right on the tail of Slayer Eyes. He has been this whole lap. Looks like he's making his move down the outside. It's gonna be a tight one.
Ooh.
Oh, no, he cannot. He doesn't have... Oh, but he does. Goes around there. Just pressured him enough to let the nerves get to him, and that's going to see Forward up into 5th place and Slayer Eyes down into 10th place.
And as well, very important, that does see Red Bull taking over Williams in the Constructors' Championship as well, as it stands right now.
Yes. So it's a very, very key moment for that storyline there. And I don't think is Forward. He was looking like he was pretty safe in the driver's standing, wasn't he?
Yeah, I've got it here. 1 second. He's only got Villeneuve really behind him. Jin is too far gone. Forward virtually just needs to finish this race at this point to hold that.
I think so, yeah. Unless
if Forward needs to finish, and if that's to happen, then Jin needs to win for Jin to have any chance of overtaking Forward. But yeah, Forward brings it home. That will lock up P2. Meeb picks off the 1 McLaren there.
He's just outside of his second now. If he might be able to close that gap down. I think he's going to.
I think he just missed.
I think he did.
Oh.
That is unfortunate there. He was right on the limit there, but...
It honestly looked like that was exactly like in 1,000th of a second.
Lancey is closing that gap in because Kennett makes a move around the outside of Forward, a little bit farther back. They are scrapping away. He's got that down to half a second now.
So what division are you in, by the way?
Currently D4, but I have been only racing in Division 3 and so 2 for the remainder of the season, like I think the last 4 or 5 races. I've only had one Division 4 race, and I accidentally got a podium.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I wasn't too mad about that, but yeah.
Oh, here we go, Meeb. He is definitely interested in taking a lead in this race here.
He's not got anything for that corner.
Yeah, has Scornsy at his mercy right now. He's even using ERS to try and increase that as much as possible. And first time for a long time, we have a new leader in this race. Meeb in the Haas. Oh, Jacko and Jin.
Jin is able to make that move stick. I was keeping an eye on that. Forward is right there, too. So Jacko not wanting to slip up at all.
Oh, did you see what Sebastian Vettel did with his Red Bull helmet?
I did not, no.
Yeah, he's in honor of the owner of Red Bull there. He's wearing like one of his OG Red Bull Youth Academy helmets, or like a repaint of it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Aston Martin gave him the approval to do it and everything.
That's sweet. I like that.
Honestly, anyone that hates Vettel can literally go like suck a bag of cocks. I'm not even lying.
Honestly, there's nothing to really dislike about the guy.
Yeah, it's maybe when he was winning his championships or whatever, but and as well as like his story, like with Ferrari, is just unbelievably heartbreaking. I say this so much, but it is like.
No, I 100% agree. That man, something broke in him in the German Grand Prix in 2018. I think it was, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember the last time we went there. And yeah, they let him down. I will never forgive them for that.
Yeah. It is just such a sad story. Like he was just following in his hero's footsteps, like does his job as a different constructor, goes to the red Ferrari, the red car, and wants to do what his idol did as well, and it was all lined up for him to do it, and then Ferrari just wasn't meant to be.
So Ford overtook Jacko, but Jacko takes it back on the next straightaway. It's like Ford running out of ERS a little bit there. But I think these guys are going to be fighting back and forth for a while here.
Yeah.
He's forward on the softer tire.
Forward doesn't want this to happen, though. He needs to try and get this done, like, yesterday.
Yeah, Forward wants to make this happen now, and he needs to keep Jacko behind him so he can start out a little bit of a gap there before he's going to have to pit eventually. See, Screnzy on those 24-lap-old tires. I doubt they're going to swap positions in McLaren there. Looks like they're both able to stay pretty consistent lap times with each other. And Meeb has got himself a nice gap out in front, which I'm sure he's super happy about, especially being on those newer tires.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to help him a lot.
Yeah, very minimal pressure. Forward, once again, he's going to have another shot here on Jacko. We'll get right on board with this one once again. And maybe a little bit of team orders there as Lancey does get through on Scornsy. But we're on board with Forward here, going down the inside line on Jacko. Did the same thing last time. Jacko once again switching him back and taking a better exit. And, Scornsy actually is dropping down and now into 4th place.
Oh, look at that.
Jin gets him.
Slips in there.
But now, as similar to the last time around track, but this time Ford is a little bit farther up the road. And Jacko is going to try and switch him back. And Ford is going to push him deep up onto the curb. And Jacko is still trying to make it stick. And he will just do so. Wow.
That was some committed racing right there.
Yeah, that's for sure.
He's going to close it up right onto Lancey now. You can see me just starting to disappear off.
Oh, and forward spins. Sorry. Forward spins around the final turn. He Yeah, it didn't collect any of the wall or anything like that, but that makes things very difficult. And I mean, it's almost at the point where you just kind of come into the pit and send it for the hards the rest of the way now.
Yeah, you may be thinking about that depending on, I wonder how bad he scorched his tires there. Guernsey is still hanging back watching Lancy and Ginnett fighting it out. Ginnett's going to have the initial advantage there, gets past on those 8-lap-old softs, so not a huge surprise there. And Guernsey's right back up in the mix already. Like, he play as if he wasn't just a second and a half down at the start of that.
Yeah, we'll see if Jin can break off into the distance here. I mean, he really like to at this point. He will need to pit once more, but as will Lancy and Scornsey also. So Jin kind of out of nowhere is now in a potential podium discussion.
Keep in mind, Guernsey has not stopped yet at all this race, nor has Baba Yaga, the only two drivers to not stop yet.
Yeah, Lancy is currently sitting at this point now. Scornsey is going to have to go for the hards. He doesn't really have much choice now with not pitting since this entire race, sorry. But Lancy, of course, and Jin both have the option for the mediums if they can get their cars there.
Yeah, I think Ginnett might, I don't know if he might be able to make those softs faster. Still haven't seen any softs go much farther than 12 laps before we had a safety car and they all got swapped out. I'm not sure if they'll still have traction around now, but you know, Lancy on the 20 laps, so his tires are going to be starting to get up there as well a little bit. I imagine Scornsey is stuck down in fourth now with a little bit of, looks like he does have a bit of graining on his tires.
But this is very helpful for Lancy and as well as Scornsey that he's able to stay within DRS to Jin. Kind of just allow Jin to kind of tow them along for a little bit there.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's definitely going to help in the long run.
Scornsey is pushing here too because he is like out of DRS as well.
I think he's wanting to get in the front maybe, or maybe he's just rushing the pits. I'm not really sure.
He might even be stressing a little bit just to keep pace.
Yeah, I imagine that would be a big part of it. Janos, he does have the oldest tires on track.
Yeah, the least lifed tires, really. These things are just hanging on at this point, I imagine.
I imagine he's got to be up in the 70-80% range by now, at least on one tire.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But the front right, I imagine, is just yelling at him.
Yeah, I'm looking at it here, and it's about 3 different shades color. Not sure if that's how they normally get. I guess I never really pay attention. But
yeah, that's true.
Not
are you sure you're not looking at the hubcap?
Yeah, no, bitch, that's the middle of the tire.
Okay.
You got a dark spot, and you got some little speckles in the middle, and then it just gets pretty gray on the outside.
Fair. I was just making sure you weren't looking at the Google logo.
Oh, yeah. No.
Slayerized gets through Baba Yaga.
No, yes, he does. What kind of...
We'll see.
Baba Yaga's up full tank there. I wonder if he's going to be able to do something with that down the straight. He might be able to.
I wonder if he knows that he's allowed to use it.
He's got it.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so.
Like you pose an excellent question.
Okay, so now we're just gonna stay on board with Baba until we can confirm that he knows that he's allowed to use the ERS deployment. I mean, we know he's in chat, so he might have the stream off to the side.
Yeah, it's sitting right up there at 100% now.
Yeah.
He doesn't try to use it on the straight here. He's probably will.
You'd think, but it does not look like. No.
He isn't.
He may think that there is a potential battery shortage.
maybe he doesn't. It's X. It's probably still X on him on his setup. Guaranteed.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe Fishing, if you can hear that, just press the X button whenever you're coming down the straight.
Yeah. Don't do it in the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, preferably not. Well, hey, he does use
There
it.
we
There
go.
you go. Yeah, he popped it on for like a millisecond too. Oh God. Yeah.
Oh, I think he's definitely saving it for something. Then.
Yeah, I don't know. He's banking it.
I'm gonna have to keep checking in on him and see how he's using that. Oh my goodness, Meavy's got himself at almost a 6-second gap out in front now.
I'm hoping Bobby Yaga knows that the ERS deployment doesn't carry over until next season.
Hey, he's getting close to his energy cap.
Oh yeah, it doesn't want to go over the spending budget.
Mm-hmm.
So what was that? Did you see that today? It was like or the other day.
They went over. It was like a $2 million overspend. Or no, sorry, $7 million overspend. No, it was 2. Sorry.
Yeah, and
then they got like 10% less wind time. In their wind tunnel time, and then they got a $7 million fine. But I guess the overspend would have been a lot less if they would have filed it some different way on their taxes.
Yeah, their taxes were done improperly or something like that. But here we go. So Lancey's coming back at Jin now. So I wonder if maybe those softs are starting to get to the end there now.
They might be, and it looks like Strenzy is falling out of DRS there. As Vil comes into the pit for some hard tires, looks like he's going to try to go the last 28 laps on those as we're on lap 30 now. Crazy. Where did they all go?
Yeah, true enough. And knock on wood here, but we've been racing fairly clean since the most recent safety car.
Sometimes just to be safe. The party I'm already going to be late for after this, so I don't want to be on this thing all night.
No, fair enough. Yeah, I've got some Call of Duty to get to here. You know, when I was asked to do this, and I said yes, I was like, yeah, you know, it'll be good, fair enough. Like, yeah, I could totally help out. And then I'm like, of course, it like lines up exactly with like the release weekend of COD. I'm like, oh my God, kill me.
Yeah.
I didn't even look into it. I was like, oh jeez.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. It's like, just say yes. Say yes now. Commit. Say yes.
No, I mean, yeah. And then it was, for me, it was like I had to convince Forward to let me cast this for him. Because I knew nobody else was going to want to sit here and do it.
I mean, trust me, man. I've been in the booth alone a lot. You kind of go crazy a little bit.
A little bit, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of happy sometimes there would only be a couple people watching, because I would definitely say some pretty stupid things, or the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, the 100% too. Oh God, yeah. I all props to you, my guy. Honestly, to be able to get through
this is the most fun I've had casting in ever. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, there's
nice. Another person to cast with.
Oh, that's good. Oh, shucksy darn. There we go. Scornsy finally into the pit now, though. 30 laps deep. Takes those mediums halfway. Now he's going to come in for, I'd imagine this. Yes. Okay, the hards. Well, I started with an S there, but I knew it was going to be a hard. Yes. the white tires. The white tires.
Forward also in the pits now on his, looks like 14 laps might be what you can get out of a set of softs. He's going to put on some 5-lap old hards. And he's going to be off and running again. Catman is right there with just outside a second behind Scorenzi there. I'm not sure if he's going to get that DRS Slayer as makes him move. Yeah, I guess past Forward, he's still in the pits. Bobby Yaga also in the pits on his tires. He's swapped over to the medium, so exact opposite strategy to Scorenzi.
So the big question is that when is Lancey, Mead, and Jin gonna call it quits here? So Jin was initially ahead of Scornsy now, but Scornsy's going to get a free lap to try and warm these hards up. Now, Jin will probably come out ahead, but Scornsy will have the advantage when Jin comes out of the pit, because those hards tend to not come out at the temperature that you need them, and they need a good lap. Like a good lap, at least, to get them to where you need them. So.
Guys, didn't ran mediums at all? Because he might be able to stretch it on the mediums. We might.
I'll look at that right now, actually. Yeah, he's already ran on to mediums. He has already. Yeah, he's had a stint on mediums already. I'm not sure how long it was because he's ran these softs 15 laps, so almost half of the race so far.
Yeah, and we could see Meeb try to stretch those. Well, I guess he wouldn't be able to stretch those softs 37 laps. That would be a tall order for those mediums. We only saw 30 laps, and Scornsy was basically struggling a lot there towards the end.
Do you get 2 medium compounds or just the one?
I think you get the one from qualifying still, I would imagine. So you would have 2 sets.
So yeah, Meeb can just split it right in half. So 15, we would have came in at 18 minus 30, so 20. So maybe like 4 more laps on these. Yeah, 4 more laps on these mediums, then he'd split the mediums right in half. Which would be pretty ideal, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that might be his best opportunity here.
I think so.
I think Lancey, if he could hit him with an undercut.
You need the undercut of the ages, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's made undercut or a great overcut on Scornsy with a 127.393 is going to be the new fastest lap. He's 13 seconds off of Jacko there, and he is closing that down rather quickly.
Slayerized into the pit.
In the pits, yeah.
So I imagine we're going to see mediums from him as well.
Virtually forward is back ahead of him at the moment. So these guys have, I think they've been on complete opposite sides of the standings in this race and then come back together to be right side by side twice now. So I don't think Baba Yaga is going to lose. Baba Yaga might overcut Slayerized here. I'm not sure. It's not looking like it. No, he will not. Everyone's starting to spread out a good bit. Looks like there's no real battles at the moment. Just everyone trying to maintain their lap times.
Jin's finally into the pit here. And I was just taking a peek. Jacko is so far doing enough to hold these, and Jin's actually going to come in for another set of softs. I don't know if that's what he was hoping for, because that's a tall ask from this point. 23 laps to go.
Yeah, I don't know that he'd be able to pull that one off, but Scornsy going to slip past him. Scornsy just 11.5 off of Jacko.
Yes, but if anyone is tuning in for the first time here this evening, hopefully you're enjoying the stream. Be sure to hit that follow button if you want to see more. We tend to go live every Thursday and Friday. You're catching the end of Season 7. We've been around for over 2 years now. Hopefully you can come hang out with us in all future races and go check out the socials, that being YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as a shout out to our sponsors there, Raise Energy, MWF1 at checkout, as well as EPOS Gaming. Hit !EPOS in chat and it'll bring you a link directly to the store where you can purchase all of your high quality EPOS gaming headset products, as well as a microphone if needed. Also, SimRacer Coin for your cryptocurrency needs if you're into any of that stuff and you want to kind of intertwine your F1 racing world as well as your cryptocurrency world. You can do it right there with SimRacer Coin. So yeah, hopefully everyone's having a good time here. I mean, it's been pretty decent, hey Gaba? Not too bad.
No, this has been a pretty solid race through and through. I've noticed that in the last few races, that these guys have been able to they've all started learning each other's driving styles really well. So you see them covering each other off in new areas, and everyone is definitely adapting every single week with a new strategy for how they're going to beat somebody. As we are going to see Guinness with the fastest Sector 3 time of the evening on the South track. It's not a surprise at all.
Yeah, he should be able just to light up fastest lap here. He's already putting in a blistering Sector 1, going purple there. And it might just set purples all the way throughout the track with the lower fuel now.
Absolutely. Nice bonus point for him there. He is closing in a little bit on Screnzi in front, but Screnzi is still showing some dominating pace. Closing in on Jacko. He's already shaved off 2 seconds in the last 2 laps. So it will not be long before he is back up with Jacko fighting for that podium 3rd spot.
Yeah, Jacko's got quite a ways to go. It's going to be... I'm really curious on the way that these strategies are going to be handled here soon. Now we're getting to that point where we called it the halfway for Meep to finish on the medium. We will have that fresh set and sitting waiting for him in the pit there if he opts to pit at the end of this lap or at the end of next lap. And that'll split things up nicely. I mean, this isn't the quickest pit lane here, is it now?
No, it is not. He made with a 126.4 below now Scarnzi's previous lap time. And I will just like to say on record that Baba Yaga is down to 71% ERS, so props to him. He's getting in a big spender out there tonight.
Yeah. He's very frugal with his ERS, it seems.
Yeah, I think he's just willing to eat that fine whenever he comes up.
Oh, God.
Mead is only about half a second off his fastest lap time.
Ooh,
And he is coming up on film there right now in 10th place, which is absolutely insane.
Oh, I just had an idea here.
What's that?
So now this is why we should be a part of the ongoing discussions of how to better F1 as a whole. So what if, to try and help out the teams with less money like Haas and Sauber and Williams, that for unused budget cap, they can sell it out to the wealthier teams. Whoa! And they can get money back.
That's an interesting idea. My first question is, will the money they have to pay these smaller teams come out of their budget?
Like,
I wonder.
no, like, so what's the budget cap? 500 million? Something like that?
It's some stupid high number, yeah.
Yeah, so say the budget cap's at 500 million, and like Haas, like, they only spend like 125 or like 150. So they have 350 million of unused budget cap. And what if they sell that out to Red Bull for, say, like, Red Bull purchases that 350 million of unused budget cap for $200 million. So, and what if, because Haas can't afford to use up that 500 million, right? Maybe they can only be able to put 150 million into each season. But then by selling it, they get an extra 200 million going into the next season. And then they can spend like 350 million or something. They can like double their spending going into the next season and have the potential for a better car. Oh, huh?
That, I think we need to call whoever's leading the FIA at the moment before they get fired.
That's actually a good idea. Like, come on.
That is a brilliant idea.
That is actually a really good idea. Like Ferrari, like, because you'd have like, what if you'd have like Ferraris, McLaren, Mercedes, like. Maybe McLaren really just needs like that extra money so they get in a bidding war or something. Like, like maybe that like 200 million sells for like 300 million or something.
Yeah, that would significantly improve the volatility of the championships.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. The thing is that like Haas are only spending 150 million anyway. Like, why can't they sell that 350 million to Red Bull to get them?
Yeah, it's like they have it's their money. Like, they have the opportunity to spend said money, but
yeah.
Guinness is just getting within a second now of Scorenzi up ahead of him.
Wow, that's actually a goated idea.
Yeah, we need to talk to somebody about that one.
Ooh, Gino breaks himself there. Sorry, you saying something?
I forgot what I was gonna say. Quite frankly, I saw a car lock up, and yeah.
Yeah, just completely deer in the headlights to your thought process.
Absolutely, the ADD is really kicking in.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
It really is. I think that's why I love this sport so much. It's the only thing that can take up about 70% of my brain function at once.
Yeah, no, for sure. So yeah, I mean, speaking of yesterday, when I was casting by myself, I was trying to pick out the flags in the stands to see what flags were there. It doesn't look like there's many in Abu Dhabi. There's quite a bit in Mexico, though.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, a lot of the usuals, like, of course, Mexico, Spain, Italy, Germany. I was weirdly seeing Belgium flags.
I noticed those a lot more than any other flag, I think.
It's kind of odd, because especially because
sure
there's no Belgian driver.
Well, there is Max Verstappen. I think he passes on the technicality mostly.
Of being Belgian? No, he's from Netherlands.
Yeah, but his mom, I think it was someone is either it was from Belgium. So like, he gets away with having 2 home Grand Prix, one in Zandvoort and the other in Spa.
Really? I didn't know you had that.
Yeah, I heard him talking about that. I think it was this year that they were talking about that on one of those races. But
Oh, he was born in Hasselt, Belgium.
uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, Mead almost has a pit stop advantage over Lancey. Which I wonder if he's just waiting for Lancey to slide into the pits. And then he'll be able to pull out enough of a gap there to protect himself.
Okay. Well, the more you know. I didn't know that
Fun
about.
fact.
Yeah, Max. So I don't know if you know this fun fact. Speaking of Belgium, for the racetrack Spa, it is actually technically illegal to the FIA circuit standards.
Really?
In 2 ways. One, it being that the total racetrack length is over the 7-kilometer distance limit by 4 meters. So Spa, the F1 circuit, has a total distance of 7 kilometers and 4 meters exact. And the standards for FIA is no track must be over 7 kilometers, as it's too long. But Spa gets away with it. And the other being that its pit lane is actually, funny enough, 4 meters too short. The pit lane is 996 meters long, which is 4 meters below the minimal pit lane length, which being a kilometer.
I did not know that, but that is a really fun fact. I'm glad I know that now.
Yeah, isn't that
That's cool?
Yes, I always thought so.
Yeah, it's just another way that, because I feel like Spa is one of the older circuits, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what I like. I like Spa a lot because it's pretty much as old school as you can get nowadays.
Yeah. They wouldn't really make one of those tracks. But did you see that video of Sergio Perez doing the a Mexican Grand Prix race with his eyes closed? Like,
No.
oh, I guess we got a battle here. So Scornsy and Jacko are going at it now.
Oh man. Forward is getting Scorenzy spin.
Scorenzy spun, yeah.
And he collected the wall there. I think he's gonna have some front wing damage, maybe.
Looks like he's got his. It looks like he's got his end plates intact here, but yeah.
Wow, that's impressive. His forward is closing in on Catman now.
So that adds an extra 8 seconds to Scorenzy's race here, as he spent all that time closing in on Jacko, and then the spin happens right when he does.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for him there. But I imagine Jacko's going to be pretty happy with that. But Guinness is now just 1.4 off of Jacko. And he is going to need to pit once more, I bet you. I don't think he's going to be able to get those softs another 15 laps. That just doesn't seem doable. Forward is closing in ever slightly on Catman, though. He's got those slightly fresher, 9-lap fresher hards. So maybe he'll have a good bit of pace advantage there. I'm not sure. Really curious when Lancey's going to make his dive into the pits. Or if he's even going to dive into the pits at this point. Oh, as Guinness has a slight spin there and stops on the track. He almost went all the way around, but saved it. In doing so, has to cede a position to Scorenzy, though. So I think he is diving into the pits now, just giving up on those softs. So I wonder if he has another set of softs or if he's going to go mediums at the end of this Grand Prix. 14 laps to go. Jacko is currently up on his best lap time by a tenth of a second there. Looks like he's pushing a little bit, trying to gauge where to rein in Lancey up ahead. Now is the time to do it. As Guinness is put on another set of softs to finish this race out. His forward is still half a second off of Catman, not able to do anything really. See if he's got anything down the straight. Doesn't look like he's able to close in yet. It might just be waiting for this upcoming DRS zones here. Yeah, see what he's able to do here.
Red Bull versus Ferrari. Many of stories have happened between these two. And another one, yes, potentially another page to that storybook is about to happen here, as Grumpy has gone very deep there and now is going to be under some real pressure. And there'll be a fairly routine and a short page into the book there.
Absolutely don't think there's much Catman could have done about that.
Yeah, maybe feeling the heat a little bit entering that turn, and just made things that much easier there for Forward.
Forward also point out he did everything right in that corner. Left him just enough room, but pushed him hard enough.
So I don't know if you brought this up here, but Lancey has gone 38 laps deep on these hards.
You know, I was just thinking about that. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be able to make it. I really want to see him finish the race on those tires.
And now he's going to potentially go for the soft, sorry.
Yeah, he might be able to. Because I think if Lancey slides into the pits, Meade's going to hit the next lap immediately. Because he will have... I think he'll be able to give himself just enough of a gap.
And then as well, to further the storyline, does that bring up the option for Jacko to try and send these hards the rest of the way?
I think Jacko's going to send it the rest of the way. Not knowing he's been letting them battle it out and wear out their tires, and he's just been keeping him Mr. Cool and consistent like he always does. And he may snag this one in the end. That would be my bold prediction of the night, is Jacko finishes P1 tonight.
Yeah. Oh, and Scorenzy spins. I was just about to say Scorenzy is closing that gap, but now with another spin here in Sector 3, that's going to make things far more difficult. And now
That
he
is-
is 12 seconds back, so yeah, I don't think he'll be able to close that time. He's got to really put in some crazy laps to close Jacko now. Ouch. That is a big ouch.
Absolutely. And we do keep in mind that Ginnett does have a 3-second time penalty. So I doubt we'll see that really affect too much in the end.
Yeah, surprisingly, the only driver with one here.
Yeah. I knew it was not Gravity had some penalties as well, but we have since lost him into the early stages of this race. Unfortunately.
So we're barreling down the home stretch now on lap 46 of 58. Meeb's about to start lap 47th fairly soon here. There's been a lot going on. You kind of like, with so many laps, there's just so much action. You almost tend to forget about things.
Yeah, no, there has been a lot. And keep in mind, Lancey started down in P7 with a 5-place penalty. And
Yeah, true.
has very, very swiftly swapped that away. And yeah, I think Meeb has been on for an incredible performance. Lancey as well, just especially to stretch those laps to just tires to 40 laps now on a set of hard tires, pulling off an Alex Albon moment here.
Oh.
Tire numbers.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd like to see Meeb come in for some softs here, just to make things like have. I mean, he should be able to close the gap, but just to make it a little interesting.
Yeah, because right now I feel like I've been watching these guys just like skate around,
Yeah.
tiptoeing, and it would be really cool to see them go flat out, full speed.
Yeah, but then at that point you gotta like, it depends where his mediums are at right now. We saw Scornsy send them 33 laps, something like that, 32 laps. So, and he's gonna surpass that threshold if he is planning to go for these the rest of the race.
They would be on 38 lap old tires on your mediums by the end of that. Which, seeing how Lancey is just barely losing a bit of time on his 40 lap old hards now, I've been watching that slowly tick up a little bit more now this lap.
Yeah, we're starting to see the multicolor tire that Meeb's having to what Scornsy was doing before.
Yeah, absolutely. But all in all, Lancey's got it too.
Yeah, the dark on the inside, the spotted in the middle, and then the gray on the outside. That's funny.
Not to be confused with Google Chrome.
Yes, yeah, not to be. Yeah, they don't have the same hubcaps as Haas. There.
Not at all sponsored by Google.
No. Haas is always looking for new sponsorships, though, if anyone's interested.
You know, honestly, if I had, as I own my own business, filing business, but
Yeah.
if I had just a little more money, I would pitch a plan to Haas just to get my name on that car, quite frankly.
They should allow some sort of crowdfunding.
Yeah, I mean, and especially being an American team, there's enough conservatives in this country that would be like, oh yeah, I'll pitch in, help a brother out. But
Yeah, exactly that. Oh, I'd love to see that. That'd be great.
we could single-handedly make Haas world champions within a couple of years.
Yeah, Jesus. I mean, like, or maybe like a sports team or something. Put their name on the side. That'd be
I
fun.
think if they did that, that would open up a whole new floodgate. Oh, as Meeb's in the pit.
Okay, so he is going to go for the softs the rest of the way.
We're going to see what Lancey is able to do here. He's coming down the front stretch now.
Yeah, Lancey, I think, was pretty much at the point where he should have committed now, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Meeb is on the softs. Jacko and Lancey up in front. From
Oh,
42
Jin spins in Sector 3.
Oh, no. He is only on 4 lap old tires. So I think he's just getting a little over-ambitious now.
And Slayer Ice is doing enough for the Williams, at least, to hold their position over
Really?
over the Mercs. Not enough to hold it over Ford and the Red Bull there. Ford right now will get it by 1 point. It's looking like. Yeah, 'cause he's 8th and he's 6th. So yeah, that'll be. Yeah, right now, Ford is doing enough to bring home 4th place in the Constructors' Championship.
It'll be very interesting to see in these final laps as we've got Meeb is just about 6 seconds off of the lead of this race now. On those fresh tires, massively closing in that gap on Jacko.
Oh yeah, this is such a tire discrepancy now.
This is going to come down to some very precise movements in the final 2 laps, I'm going to guess.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine what Lancey is dealing with right now. I mean, we'll jump on board with him and see how much he is actually struggling here. But he's getting the triple colorage on his rights there as well now.
And he's able to hold the gap though. He's not. Jacko isn't able to close in on him at all. He's actually stretching it a little bit there. Yeah, must be on he's on a lot of ERS as well.
And now, honestly, Scornsy's sneakily closed the gap to Jacko once again. He's at 6 seconds. I mean, we got to remember after that second spin, he was at 12 seconds back, and he's closing over a second a lap on Jacko.
He's got 8 laps left, so he might be able to use it. As Meeb has closed that gap down to 2 seconds now. I think he started out with a 4-second gap there.
Yeah.
And that was not even a lap ago. This could be interesting. If he can get around Jacko quickly, he still is going to have a very solid shot at easily taking a win here. Or you might see a little bit of a scrap right up to the wire.
Yeah, Meeb is just... he's not even going to need DRS to get it done.
I don't think so. Bobby Yager comes into the pits for some soft tires as well.
I wonder how hard, Jacko's going to try and fight this between him and Meeb.
Knowing Jacko, he's going to fight it pretty hard. I don't think he's going to want to let him by.
Yeah, I know, but the longer that he fights it, the more that Scornsy's going to be able to close. Because Scornsy's are at 5 seconds now.
That is true.
And Jacko goes a little deep.
Yeah, I think Jacko got a little close with his front end there. Jacko, I think. Jacko's not even fighting it.
No.
So I guess he is just going to let him go by and hope for a podium. Maybe he can slide some DRS into that fight with Lancey and maybe get around Lancey to give him a little bit of a edge there. But once my predictions have been correct, and I think we'll be seeing a good showing from me, Big Jacko, on track tonight. Yes. Scorenzi is joining that battle. Sad we didn't get to see No Jug or any of those guys down there.
So now
show us there tonight.
Yeah, Meeb's trying to go 3 for 3 here in the final 3 races.
Yeah, he is. I think he's got a very good chance of doing it, which would be impressive. I think that would tie for the most amount of wins this season. Because Jacko is on 3 wins, I believe, as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Scornsy's just over 4 seconds back of Jacko. He's starting to get a pretty good view of him now. Jacko's going to get a little bit of potential aid from the drivers being lapped. Or the driver being lapped. Meeb has got the potential for the overtake on the lead here. And is he going to send it down? This is going to get a little bit shifty, and yes, he will. Will retake the race lead with plenty of laps to go now. And Lancey had no real chance there. But once again, importantly enough, Scornsy's at 3.5 seconds now.
That's insane.
Yeah.
45 laps on a set of hard tires and holds off for a little, like a decent amount there. The soft tire underneath. who is no slow driver at all. And he's
Yeah.
quickly losing pace there to him, but Jacko is still 1.9 seconds back, and he's closing a little bit now on Lancey. And Scrinzi is just able to see Jacko disappearing around the corners. So we've got Baba Yaga is also pitching a ride on the rear end of Jacko there, getting a little bit of that slipstream. No real battles anywhere else on track. Looks like everyone else is pretty much settled in, and I think now we're just watching for a race for this final podium spot. Maybe we could see Jacko pull off second place.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, with all due respect to Jacko, I think we're going to see a me, Lancey, Scorenzi. I think Scorenzi's driving a little bit pissed off right now after that most recent spin, and he's working it now. And he's completely dripped dry of ERS too. Like he's putting in laps.
Yeah, he is giving it the beans. But Jacko has closed down 2/10 on that lap. Screnzi hasn't been able to close down a whole lot, I don't think. But I believe, this is going to come down to the wire, for sure.
So Scorenzi finishing up Sector 2 is only 1/10 off of his fastest lap.
Wow, that is impressive.
Yeah, so that's just showing how fast he's going here. We'll take a peek at Jacko as he comes over the line and check it. Actually, we'll do Lancey and then Jacko. We'll take a peek at these guys' splits here. So Lancey about a second off. Jacko only about 2/10 off. And Scorenzi lost some time there in Sector 3.
Yeah, he has closed down. He's closing down faster than Jacko's able to close down on Lancey. I imagine Lancey is going to back him up a little bit if he's able to.
Lancey's got a good amount of battery stored, though.
That is true. He does have the most out of the field. Oh, no. I stand corrected. Baba Yaga's on 87.
Yeah, why do you even...
Next try there, Lancey's going to have to do a little bit better.
And Baba, with these fresh softs, is actually keeping pace with Jacko, too. And with that happening, even though Scorenzi is over a second outside of Jacko, he gets DRS on Baba Yaga.
So Baba Yaga is really playing spoiler here for this final race.
Oh
He's
my!
Just let everything in the mix. Jacko is now within a second of Lancey, and we have 4 laps remaining. So Baba Yaga is going to have to get out of the way here, I imagine, right about now. He'll move over to the side. Yep, stays there.
And Scorenzi is now within DRS range. At least it's teetering there, but he should stay there. And as well, Jacko is in DRS range of Lancey as we're on lap 55, and it is all coming down to the wire here. Okay, all right, we got to finish on our hands here, Gaba.
Yeah, we got Scorenzi here. Scorenzi, I think, is definitely he's taking that podium or he's going down trying.
Yeah.
I think at this point here.
He might have second place, too.
He really could.
Okay. All right. It's all about to take place here.
Yeah, it's right down here. We're going to see Scorenzi's not able to close up that gap too much there on Jacko. Jacko is closing in onto Lancey up ahead. Jacko makes up a good amount of time there. Jacko gets a little bit wide. Scorenzi's staying right there with him. A little loosey-goosey coming out of the corners. Jacko is pushing like a madman. Scorenzi is pushing like a madder man.
Yeah. Oh, and Jacko goes a little deep there. A little bit.
He does go deep. Scorenzi's right up on his rear end.
And no, nothing there. But a little bit of a door was creaked open there for Scorenzi, and he's sensing it.
He's trying to nudge his way around the outside there. He switches back to the inside, see if he can get a better drive, and he is getting there, but Jacko closes that door on him very quickly. Jacko is not able to do anything to Lancey up ahead. Slayer gets past Grumpy Catman farther down the order. Scorenzi is still giving it everything he can here. He's trying to force an error, it looks like. As Lancey is just able to keep himself just far enough ahead there. See what they've got down this back straight. If anything into the braking zone, doesn't look like it.
Ooh, Jacko.
Jacko is going a bit wide every turn now. So I think his tires have been pushed, so they're pretty close to their limit.
And oh, here we go.
It's
Scornsy
coming.
now down the inside line on Jacko, and he's got it lined up to try and get on the podium. And Jacko is forced to give way. Scornsy up into third place. He might try and do a double now on his teammate here as he's right into the slipstream. Jacko just falls outside of it now, and it doesn't look like Scornsy's going to be able to get his teammate there.
He's just out of ERS. See if Jacko's able to do anything in return there. Looks like Lancey isn't really wanting to get out of the way here.
This is so funny because Baba Yaga is still just chilling right behind him watching the whole thing.
Probably Yaga can box off his seats here. Oh, as Lancey almost comes into the rear end of Lancey. He's making the move down the outside. Yeah, here's no team orders going on there. They're definitely scrapping it away for these final 2 laps here we got.
Oh. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
Like, yeah, these McLarens they're just going for it. Looks like Lancey got a little bit of loss of grip there on that corner. Jacko wasn't able to capitalize too much on that. But that has allowed Scornzy a clear second spot for the time being. As Jacko is hitting that ERS and DRS combo, trying to close in a little bit on Lancey there. It's like Lancey's thought about going down the inside of Scornzy there.
I mean, he must have some sort of percentage left if he's offering up moves like that.
Yes. Both Lancey and Jacko Lancey has burned through a lot of his in this last little scrap here.
Yes. Yeah, Scornsy's got nothing left. I just still love that Baba Yaga is just chilling, just watching.
Oh my goodness, Baba Yaga's on 8% ERS right now.
Oh my God, he has
He
used it
never
all.
thought we'd see the day. I think he must have been, he's been saving it for this final battle. He wanted to watch it.
Oh, no, this is huge as well because Lancey has just fallen out of DRS to his teammate of Scornsy there. So now it looks like it's just going to be a battle between Jacko and Lancey. We have a spin of Jin in turn blah 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 there in sector 3. And
Bobby Yaga needs to move on Villeneuve down there at the bottom of the standings. Take a nice spot. And yeah, Jacko is closing in. Yeah, Jacko's out for blood on this. I don't think Lancey's going to have much to do to be able to hold back here.
yeah, well, there's no save in the ERS now. We might as well use it all up. Jacko's not going to have anything into this turn here. Scornsy's looking like he's going to have second place in this race here, already 2 seconds ahead of his teammate.
Oh.
Lancey gets up over the curb a little bit too much, and now we got a drag coming out of into the final DRS straight here, and Jacko does have the DRS. Is Lancey going to try and dive him down? He is a little bit too far back, goes a little bit too deep as well, and Jacko will be able to claim third place. Just has to bring it home in sector 3. Importantly enough, though, Meeb is about to come over the line here with the race win to end the final race in the 100% series. It was a crazy one.
That was insane, yes. Mead with his 3rd consecutive win in a row, which he's the only person to do that, because even Jacko didn't win all 3 of his in a row. And you can see Jacko taking up that final podium spot, following in Scornzy, who managed a P2 after only setting 3 laps in qualifying, if that. I think he only barely set any qualifying, a late point in there. And Lancey finishing 4th there after starting 7th after a penalty demoted him from, I think he was, but yeah, he started in 3rd, would have started 3rd. Guinnett in 5th place there with about 5 or 6 spins to his name, so still a good result there. We're going to see forward coming now across the line in the Red Bull. And he has spun questionably. I think that was intentional. Well, he tried drifting across the line or something there. He comes home in 6th place. And then Slayer Eyes behind him in 7th place in the Williams.
So, importantly enough as well, it seems like Jacko has held off the 2 Ferraris and will take home the Constructors' Championship as well. Him and Fuse Rogue are crowned that. And then for the rest there, McLaren will be fine in 3rd, Ferrari in 2nd. I think Red Bull overtook Williams in the end. We'll have to check out the final results.
Yeah, he did finish ahead of him there. And Baba Yaga did say he was trying to save that up to catch up to Villeneuve. And I think he did maintain that in the end there.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to see the Haas up on the podium once again. 3rd week in a row taking that top spot. McLaren threw everything, and I mean everything, at him today. He just came back and just dominated. Really, really great drive from a lot of these drivers, all of these drivers, in fact, are performing exceedingly well. Let's see. Here we just had 5 DNFs. So unfortunate to see that, but 10 finishers, we'll take it.
Oh, the Red Bull and the Williams are going to tie.
They tied?
Yeah. Forward in the Red Bull will get 1 more point than Slazerized in the Williams, so they will tie at 6th place. 14 points. 14. So they'll tie at 103. Wow.
That is insane.
That is so, or 102. 102. Yeah. That is so funny. Wow. And I think for the rest, I think it's just going to stay the same.
Absolutely. Baba Yaga, I don't think they would hate you. I think Scorenzi was very happy that you were able to stick in there. You helped him get a pretty good spot finishing position there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you didn't have to move out of the way. I mean, you were on far fresher tires and you were holding pace with them the entire time, so you were fine.
Yes.
Yeah, there's nothing. No, you're totally fine, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, if I was in either look for his position, Baba Yaga's, or anyone around him, I don't think I'd be complaining.
Hamilton fans wish that you would have done that last season in the finale, but
yeah, not Heather Latifi and smoke the wall.
Yeah. Oh god, that's funny. Oh jeez. Well, I get
scared to talk about Abu Dhabi last year. Like, I don't know who I'm going to offend. It's like seems like anybody these days.
Oh yeah, either side. F1 Twitter is absolutely toxic. Hello, can I join? You just messaged us at the last available time. I can send in a link to the Discord here. We run off of PlayStation. I don't know what cross platform we've got in mind, or what we're doing in regards to that.
Yeah, it is not up and running yet. I know that it's still pretty glitchy.
There you go. There's a link to the Discord. That's where everything is ran through. This was the 100% series. Our main attraction is the Thursday night. Short qualifying, 50% every Thursday, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. We just finished Season 7, so we'll be on to Season 8 in 2-3 weeks' time here. So, I mean, yeah, as well go check out the YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter pages as well. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess we kind of got to get off the air now, Gaba. Or there's people in for the interviews in the waiting room. Do we bring them in?
Interviews. I'm just waiting to see who we're getting for that.
Well, it seems like Forward, Jacko, and Lancey want to come in.
Let's get them on.
Okay.
Thank you, Bobby. It's our privilege to do comms for you guys, and love the progress over the season from you. So look forward to seeing you back here next season.
Okay. I mean, Gabi, you take control. This is your series, man. Or I mean, this is Forward series, but this is your domain.
No, it's Gab. I am just but a humble servant here. But Let's see, Lancey. I just want to know, how did you manage with those tires for that long? Like, what was that like for you? And he's muted as well, so I hope he's not speaking. No, everybody's
Hello?
gone. Oh, there he is.
Okay, I was speaking. I think it was pretty good, but the last 10 laps or so, it was absolutely like driving on ice.
Yeah, I noticed that you're struggling a little bit there, but that was
Yeah,
impressive there.
Yeah, the only like Scornsy spinning twice gave me some hope that I could get a P2, but in the end the tires were absolutely dead.
Mhm. Yeah, and were you guys just battling it out there in the final there? Were you guys in a party or anything like that, or did you have any plan
Yeah,
for?
I was in the party with Jack going forward, but not really that much race talk at the end. It was just a bit driving,
Mm-hmm.
just complaining about my tires mostly.
Don't blame you one bit. And Jack, how was the race from your perspective as a champion? What was your thought process for this race? Did you want to kind of go out there and have fun, or were you setting your eyes on another win here?
I was basically just trying to get a podium. I was certainly trying to have fun. I knew there was no points, you know, that were going to be really important or anything. But yeah, it was kind of annoying because at the start I was on the softs, obviously, and I wanted to go to hards, but I had that age-old glitch where it gives you the wrong tire. It gave me hards. It gave me another set of softs. So I didn't have a spare set at the end, which I was kind of annoyed about. But it worked out because I went to the end on those hards, which are from a bit later, and I had a set of mediums if I needed them, as did Lancey, which I think we were hoping for a safety car because that would have kind of put a wrench in it for Scornsy and Meb, since they had already used them. But that didn't happen, and I just had some good battles. I think I had one with Ford at about the midpoint. That was going really well until he spun, unfortunately. And then Scornsy caught me the first time.
Well, it barely worked.
Yeah. Sorry?
Say what now? Sorry, this looks like someone else was.
That was me, but I think he's talking to his wife.
Sorry.
Scornsy caught me at one point when I went for the move at the inside of that sweeping left-hander. And I looked back and all of a sudden he was not there. So I'm not entirely sure exactly what happened. I think he mentioned a bit of lag, which sounds about right. And then that fight at the end didn't have much left for him he came back through. But Lancey was on I think he said 80% tires, so didn't have much either, and then slapped the curb really hard on the way into the last DRS straight, and that was enough.
Yeah, we saw that
right at the end. Yeah, I think without that I would have struggled to pass because I wasn't getting very good traction either. But I'm happy with the third. Good way to end the season.
Yeah, absolutely. And Crash, you got any questions off the top of your head you want to ask? Maybe Meeb or Forward?
Yeah, I mean, Meeb, you kind of things. Or, I mean, were you here for the interview actually, or you present?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
So we were kind of Gabba guy and I were kind of chuckling about your qualifying strategy initially off the start. I mean, you obviously didn't put too much stock into it then.
Sorry. Can you repeat that again? Sorry.
We're just Gabba guy and I were kind of chuckling about how little amount of stock you put into your qualifying.
Yeah. I usually don't practice much qualifying. I just did a few runs on the hard strategy. I mean, on the full heavy fuel. Tried a few setups, and just went with the one that I was more comfortable with. And then I just it's a long race, so just didn't really pay too much attention to quality. I was just trying not to make too many mistakes and just try not be behind, at least top 4, top 5 at the start, and just take it from there.
Fair enough. Now, do you feel like with you doing that, does it take you a little bit longer maybe to get into the race then, with not having those extra laps at the circuit right before?
100% true. 100% true. It took me a while to get going, and but I don't know, how do I say it? I just didn't feel like like running too much, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, I just felt like, you know, if there was a couple of safety cars, like I would like to have at least like towards the end a couple of sets of softs. I had another set of softs, brand new, so just in case safety car came out, and that was my only gamble.
I gotcha. Okay, just one more quick question here. So you kind of had the option there for either to commit to what the strategy you went with at the end there, going those hard so long, and then opting to go the softs at the end, or to split that in half and go medium. Did you kind of know that you had that option, or did you just want to commit to the hard soft at the end there?
I didn't have another set of mediums.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't think the game. I tried, and I checked, and it was the used hards that I had or brand new softs. Brand new softs. So I was like, I was just tired of being under pressure from Jacko and Nancy, and you know, just being on the hards for so long. I was like, you know, I don't know, should I pit or not, and should I change to the mediums? I thought they were gonna last till the end, but I was nowhere near. You know, I was like at almost 70% with like 12 laps to go, so it was pretty tough. So I just gambled pretty much. So I'm pretty sure none of the guys like had a strategy, because it's just such a long race, and safety cars and all that. It's kind of hard to, you know, the strategy.
Yeah, no, fair enough. But yeah, well done. Way to go 3 for 3 to end the season. Or are you going to be returning back for the next one?
Well, I should be back. I'll try to be back and have some fun with the old guys.
Awesome. Good to hear. I've got a quick thing for forward here. Sorry, Gaba. So forward, I believe off of the calculations, Williams and Red Bull tied there. What's the tiebreaker between the two teams, Mr. Commissioner?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Is it in the rules that the commissioner gets the automatic tiebreaker?
I really do think so. You know, I think that's a good deal just for everyone. You know,
I mean,
all the hard work.
Yeah, exactly. You lay all the tiling. I mean, you should be able to walk on it first, right?
Exactly, that's right. And it's especially even better when your teammate tags you on like the second lap. So
yeah, I was wondering. I was going to ask you about that contact. I mean, what happened there?
he just totally rammed my rear end. I got turned around, so I mean, it's whatever. But my race was just generally pretty quiet. It was so cool to see all the strategies kind of pan out throughout the race, because there was a point on like lap 35, like everybody was spread throughout the track, and then lap 51 or so, like everybody just kind of came together and were fighting their battles. So it was a super cool race to see all those chases happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of have a question for the group. Was there kind of like a favorite race that you had this season that was like you look back at it and I'm like wow, that was one of the best ones?
I enjoyed Austria very much, apart from the last lap where we had some shenanigans with map, but for the rest, I think we had some pretty great battles there.
That was a good three-way fight, but yeah, that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you think that that race, I incidentally put the safety car on standard? Do you think that, you know, maybe we should consider that, or should we keep it on reduce?
I don't think it matters that much because there were
a lot more safety cars in that race.
Yeah, there were a lot more safety cars. I mean, it was fun, but like you said, seeing the strategies play out is a lot of fun as well. So there's both upsides.
Shit, I thought there weren't enough for 100%.
I'll think from the viewer commentator side of things, it was nice having that many safety cars, because I don't think I had a time to like even catch a breath, so it was like super exciting from like the viewing standing point.
Yeah.
It made it more exciting, I thought.
Yeah.
Especially for you,
it's
because
definitely two different.
It's a long time.
Yeah, it's definitely a difference. You know, there's a lot of safety cars, or you're just kind of watching the gaps fall throughout the race. So I really like this race. I think this was one of the better ones of the season. And even though we didn't have incredible turnout, I think we all it's pretty like high caliber level of racing tonight. So nice job, guys.
Yeah, it was like
the smaller grid also influenced the number of safety cars because there's less people to crash out.
Yeah, honestly, on the viewership wise, there was a lot of excitement tonight, so it's definitely worth a watch for you guys.
Yeah, thanks for giving us some great racing again, guys.
Oh, good.
Yes. So
thank you guys for commentating.
Not a problem.
Long slog, that one.
Crash, what was your opinion of your I'm assuming this was your first 100% race that you commentated.
A little bit of stress today because I kind of forgot a little bit.
Yeah.
So, and with the earlier start, I was a lot of running around today, getting stuff done. I'm redoing an entertainment unit right now, so that was it got put to the side. I was hoping to finish that today, but 3 hours got taken away from that, so it'll be put on tomorrow. So no, it is what it is. It'll just be pushed on one more day. I'll send in a picture when I'm done because it's gonna be freaking sick. But anyhow, yeah, no, it was fun. It was definitely. I'll definitely be down to. I can't commit like even like a half of the season or something, but like
that just proves how much Gabba is.
We've already got you down for all of next season, actually.
Oh Christ, yeah, it's really funny because I'm actually. I'm finishing myself next season, so that's you're gonna have to find someone else. That'll be it for me. No, I'm just playing. No, but I will be down to come out and aid Gabba guy and every now and then when I'm available.
We can make it a season finale type deal. Yeah. Crash comes for the season finale.
Yeah, no, that I'm definitely down for. Are you only gonna run 7 or a 7-week calendar?
So we're on every other week.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, next season.
Yeah, that'd be burnout to the max.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. That was what I was trying to avoid by doing a 2-week interval type deal. But we're doing 2 sprint races next season, so that'll be interesting.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. Definitely season finale. You can chalk me in for that. That'll be fun.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming out. It's good level of racing tonight. It was a lot of fun, and hopefully we can see you again next season.
Yeah. Anything more to say there, Ford? Being the commish.
Oh man, I think I sent out a little announcement today. Just thanking all the racers and comms and Gabba. I mean, Gabba, you missed like 1 race this season, which is, taking 3 hours out of your Friday night every other week. I mean, can't thank you enough, man. It's been awesome. But
it's my privilege.
But yeah, I think we're really looking forward to next season. Hoping we can get a lot more, add to our list of full-time drivers and guys that are showing up week in, week out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll really create much more impactful racing, entertaining, when you got the same 15, 20 guys showing up every week. So that's kind of the aim, the goal for next season is to get some guys to stick around and race.
Yeah, that'll be sweet. I may have to make a guest appearance on track next season too. I don't know if I'll be able to curb this itching here. Want to see what I got against you guys in the long run.
I would certainly welcome that.
Awesome. Well, anything from the drivers here? Anything you guys want to say?
No, I hope that we have enough people to avoid stuff like I managed to get away with in that qualifying session, like not using any dry tires until Q3. It kind of throws off the whole tire balance.
Yeah.
But yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Scornsy, Lancey, Meep, anything from you guys?
Nope.
Just a thank you for organizing this. It takes a lot of time, I presume. So definitely thanks for that.
Yeah,
Gives us a good chance of racing.
Same here. Thank you for everything and putting everything together. And GG to the guys. You know, hopefully we can race next year, next season, and have a lot of fun.
It's also probably one of the best organized divisions we've got. So yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate it, guys.
There you go. That's some proper gas. Okay, so I mean that's about it for the stream, I guess. Yeah. And if Gabba guy, what do you got to say before I bring it home?
I just want to say thank you to everybody who's tuned in over the season. You know, it's just a lot of fun doing this, and I love it when you guys blow up the chat. So yeah, look forward to next season, and hopefully we'll get you Crash back in the comms here soon. It's been fun.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it seems like my payment always gets lost in the mail. So
Yours too, huh?
if you're gonna be commentating in this league, get prepared for that. Same with all the birthday invitations that I received when I was a kid. Always lost in the mail. Never actually came to the house. But okay.
Wow. Next year for my birthday, it'll be the first to get an invite. Don't worry.
Oh, there we go. That's nice. As long as we get a kiss from Gabri.
Yeah, that's. That will be nice.
I saw that in chat before the race, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
I know you guys wanted to keep your relationship a secret, but we kind of put you on blast for a good 5
public
minutes.
to the world now.
Yeah, Gabri got outed. Okay. Well, I think that's it for. Well, that'll be it for the week. I'm not sure if there's any special races coming on in the future here for the in-between season. So if there is, be sure to tune in for those. You'll get the information through all the social media pages, as well as if you're in the Discord, you get that nice little @everyone tag that everyone, I imagine, so appreciates every week having that. And if you're around in chat, like Gabba guy said, be sure to say something. Make the chatter a little bit more there, and we can have some nice conversations with everyone. So nothing left to be said other than to go check out the sponsors there if you can. ePost Gaming, ! ePost in chat will bring you up a link to the ePost store, and you can buy all your high quality gaming headsets as well as microphone. MWF1 as well in chat will take you up, or sorry, Raise in chat will bring you to the Raise store, and MWF1 at checkout, 15% off your order for a Zero Crash, Zero Sugar energy drink. It is pretty solid. Hopefully everyone stays safe up until the new season. I will be joined by the man Jacko and himself, even though he never even messaged me about this move. It's supposedly
been accepted yet.
Yeah, it's supposedly happening. I mean, it shows how much people care about my opinion, but that's okay. I'll always welcome Jacko back in.
Whoa, hang on, you were going to have a different opinion?
No, I didn't let me finish my sentence there, my guy. Yeah, but it's gonna be a fun season 8. We're gonna have a good time. A lot of storylines to be had throughout all the divisions, so be sure to check out and hang out as much as possible. Hopefully, you do enjoy what was on product for you this evening, and if you did, we will hopefully see you next time. But as per usual, I've been Crash McQueen. I've been joined by this time with Gabba Guy, soon to be with Jacko. We've been the Midwest F1 League. Big shout out to Forward. Good night.